see. We got everything. Got the chat up here running. Got CK on the other side. Got the red light running. Let's get it going, man. New York Knicks are home. Going against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. You already know we got Bron and Luka Doncic returning to the Garden, man, trying to make their mark as always. No Austin Reeves, though, so thank God that Madison Square Garden did not heal him in time, so that way we could have seen the trio. But nevertheless, New York Knicks are going to extend their five-game winning streak to 6, and that they did tonight, man. Game started off very, very competitive all the way through. You had Luka doing his thing by just getting to his spots, working methodically. You saw LeBron turn back the clock tonight, especially with that dunk in the third quarter. But Brunson, KAT, Bridges didn't have it going. But you know what? OG, Shamet, Josh Hart said, don't matter. We got you guys tonight. Because those guys would account for about 68 points of the team's total of, what was it? What did they win by? 112. Of the 112 points, 68 was given by OG, Josh Hart, and Landry Shamet. All those guys were just cooking tonight, attacking in transition, using their physicality to combat Luka, LeBron, and the crew. And they would ultimately win 112-100 tonight after they decided to separate themselves from the Los Angeles Lakers, or the Fakers as some of you call it, in the third quarter. And then just ease their way to victory, man. Just what we want to see on the regular. So good win by the Knicks, 112-100. With me on the other side is my guy CK2K. He just did play-by-play. My man's going to overtime right now, so hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Let's get into this, man. CP was at the game tonight. You already know he's going to come through and give you his thoughts on the game, so make sure to stay in tune for that. Let's get into this, man. It's a good one. It's a good one. We CK, it was doom and gloom not too long ago. Vibes weren't great. Locker room was in shambles. No one wanted to buy into what the head coach was saying. But now they turned it around, and they've been on a 6-game winning streak, beating some quality teams, man, and beating another quality team, the Los Angeles Lakers, who are 5th in the Western Conference. So let's go, man. Let's go. How are you feeling after this one?
I love it. Yeah, like you said, the number one thing, we keep the winning ways alive. 6 in a row. We ended better than we started in the month of January in 2026. So at least February starting a lot better than January did. But the big thing is, like you said, the wins that some of those wins in this 6-game streak are against really good teams, good measuring points for this New York Knicks squad, because everybody from here to the other side of the bridge, everybody's ready to ship everybody out, and they probably still are until Thursday comes around, which I cannot wait for the deadline to be over. But winning is always great. We have a crazy week ahead of us. Denver's on the way as they're slowly getting themselves back to health, so it's good. It's good to be on having hot momentum going our direction as opposed to how we started 2026. I cannot complain.
Absolutely, man. Can't complain of what the direction the New York Knicks are in. Look, they got their get-right game against the Nets, take down the Sixers in what was a, gross ending. Then they got their get-back against the Kings, which was, even though it was a win that you could still hate where you felt like you were losing. Then you had a good win against the Raptors. Then you beat the brakes off the Trailblazers. Now you get a good quality win against the Los Angeles Lakers. So 6 games. They got the Washington Wizards next on the 3rd, so on Tuesday. So that should be another easy dub, but you can't take things for granted. And then as the week goes on, man, they're gonna have, who is it? They're gonna have, I know they got Denver on Wednesday, they got Detroit on Friday, and then they got Boston, which I'll be at that game on Sunday. So they got some challenges this week, man. They got some challenges. Got to get that Washington win to set yourself up straight. So but it's a good way, man. Got to start believing in this team again. It looks like everyone's hustling tonight. That's probably the biggest thing, man. Before we get to the players of the game and role players of the game, I thought the team was just hustling tonight. And even when you saw guys like Bridges, Brunson, KAT, they didn't have their shots falling tonight. They were still out there hustling and trying to create for their teammates and just grabbing boards, man. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns continues to dominate the boards. He had 220 rebound games back-to-back. Tonight, he had about 13. You get Jalen Brunson, who wasn't shooting the ball well tonight, but he did notch, 13 assists, so he was finding his teammates. He also got 7 boards, too. Can't knock that either, man.
At all.
Brunson got 13 assists, 7 boards, and only 1 turnover tonight. So hell of a productive night by him. And then for Bridges, man, playing decently off ball, didn't get his shot falling tonight, but I thought defensively he was decent enough where he didn't let anyone slide by. He tried his best to keep Rui in check. Okay, Rui only had 11 points. That was my guy Trevor's X factor. So
Yeah,
thank
he's having
God
a
we
good
didn't
year.
get him
Yeah.
to have a X factor in game tonight. But I thought with those three guys in particular, you did see the hustle. They didn't lose focus, and they were still pivotal as a collective for a group effort in this win.
Yeah, and I know we're gonna talk about this guy next, but that's the beauty of Shamet's game. You know what I mean? Because it's a game where you have I'll mention Bridges because we could say with Brunson the defense was catered to Brunson. That's why he had a rough night tonight. He had a hard time getting to any spots because there was a player or a person in that spot. So Brunson struggled there, but he did a good job almost getting that triple double. You mentioned Carl. But Bridges is probably the one that sticks out the most. He had that great speech the other night, had a great couple of games, and has this kind of a night. But instead of looking at it from that negative of all Bridges, we learned something today as we're going closer to the All-Star break, as we're going to that playoff run. We learned that we can get those kind of games. We can have those kind of nights from some of these players and have people be able to step up in Landry Shamet. So those are the things I'm looking at right now after we turn around from the start we had in this year. Like, how is this team going to start to look? Because once that deadline passes on Thursday, we know who we got. So who's ready to ride? Who's ready to play? And we're going to talk about Shamet here, so I don't want to say too much, but yes, as bad as Bridges was in this one, I enjoyed more that Shamet stepped up while Starter had a rough go. So, again, the Lakers or the Knicks are showing us a lot of good signs here on this 6-game streak. But let's get into the players before I go into too much detail about Sham Wow.
Yeah, man. Before we start talking about Sham
Yeah, I'm ready to go off.
tonight,
I'm
man,
ready to go off. So yeah, go ahead.
the Sham we're going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to talk about the player of the game tonight, man. The player of the game, none other than the man who's been on a hot streak right now, OG Anunoby, your boy Ogugua.
Wow, yeah, man. Yes,
Yo,
sir. Yes, sir.
OG with 25 points tonight, 9 of 15 from the field, 4-8
Yeah,
from
man.
downtown. Missed one free throw, but still went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. 8 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, man. 3 steals. And out of those 8 boards, 3 of them were offensive. OG was all over the place tonight. Not only was he there offensively for this team, defensively too, because he had the assignment of LeBron James and Luka Doncic, depending who was on the court, whether it was on his team or just, if he was just sharing the court with just Luka or if LeBron was there. He still was doing the damn thing out there, man, just by making sure that none of those guys really had crazy, crazy nights. I mean, look, you're not going to stop Luka completely. He had his 30 points, but he made life a little bit difficult for Luka tonight because Luka had to take 23 shots, only made 10, had to get to the free throw line a little bit in order to get his 30 points. So Luka had to work. And then LeBron is still LeBron James. Got his 22 points, but nothing crazy, man. It's no 35, 40 some odd points
that we're used to.
OG was keeping these guys in check, man, being physical, using that wingspan, giving those guys some resistance. And so for him to have to guard both of those guys tonight, and then on top of that, pour in 25 points and do it efficiently and effectively while you don't have Brunson or KAT, who are your 2 offensive pillars, giving you that much production tonight. Hell of a game by OG Anunoby tonight, man. OG was on fire.
Yeah, and you know what? You gotta give OG his flowers for this winning streak in general. We talked about it. Hell, I think the last time you and me were on post together, we were talking about how raggedy his 3-point shooting was to that point from the injury. And if we go back just in these 6 wins alone, OG Anunoby in 4 of those 6 games, he's had 20+ points. And more importantly to me than that, he's shooting well above 60% in all those games. So, in 4 of those 6 games. So OG is finding his stroke. That's what we've been waiting for with OG Anunoby. Yeah, pause. But at the end of last season, we saw OG shooting from the mid-range, looking like a Kawhi Light and doing all these different things. And in the beginning of this year, it was none of that. Now, as 2026 begins, OG Anunoby seems to be going back to that. The confidence is back. The shot is there. The defense is suffocating. My man OG is doing his thing, and I'm glad that he's continuing to roll. But we have a big week, so I want to see, man, is this real or is this a little bit streaky? I think OG is the real deal. Great game today. And yeah, man, guarding up Luka and LeBron the way he did is not an easy feat, and I think he did a great job. I understand Luka still got his stats, but at the same time, it was very timely in the way that he got some of those stops and forced him to take some uncomfortable shots, which helped the Knicks gain their lead. So all those other stats were empty at that point. So let's go, OG. Oh, go.
Here's OG's stats where he's averaging over the last 4 games. Over the last 4 games, he's averaging 22 points, shooting 64% from the field, 52% from downtown on over 5 attempts per game, getting you about, what was it? Close to 5 boards, and then 3 assists. But the big thing for me right now that I'm looking at for OG is the amount of steals that he's getting. He's averaging 2.5 steals per
Crazy.
game
Yeah, man.
and just slightly under 1 block. My man is a plus 12.3 over the last 4 games. OG has just been on fire, man. And, you know, you had Mike Brown talking about there should be about 3 guys from this team who should be representing an all-star. And if I had to pick my choice, it would be OG. I know he had a little bit of a down performance during that losing streak through January, but the reality is when you watch what he was doing at the beginning of the season, injury then came when he came back from injury, and prior to January, dude has just been performing all throughout the regular season and has been, quite honestly, the third guy, the third option. And I think the most impressive thing about him right now, CK, is that he is not. It's like at the beginning of the season, it was just dunks and threes. It was truly just dunks and threes, which was getting a majority of his points. When you're watching him now, he's creating for himself, and not, you know, like how Brunson creates for himself. It's not like this continuous dribble where he can get to anywhere on the floor. He's being decisive, doing about 2-3 dribbles, either driving, getting to a mid-range, step back, you know, just finding his spots and not doing too much. But even with just the 2 to 3 dribbles to find anywhere he wants on the court, it's just an added dimension to his game. We've seen a little bit since he's joined, when he was traded here after RJ and IQ got shipped out to Toronto, but he's really added more and more to it over the last couple of years. And I think now, even with the shaking dribbling, man, that we saw from him, where it's like, yo, man, do not put the ball on the deck.
Less is more.
But now,
less is more for him.
Now I could say, hey, you know what? If you're going to be doing this on the regular, you're okay, man. You're okay. You can get the green light.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I was mentioning, because you just said it right there at the end. We saw him open that up towards the end of last season, and it had a lot of us all excited. We're like, we didn't know OG had this in him. He's shooting fadeaway jumpers on the elbow, high post fades and stuff. Things that we never seen him do in Toronto. But then this season begins, and like you mentioned, it was just dunks and threes. So it seems like now, you know, he's had enough. He's heard all the talk. He's seen enough of the film of him not doing much of anything, and something just clicked in his brain, and it's been consistent. So let's hope that this is how it goes from here on out. So, Ogugua! We can talk about this day in, day out about him being player of the game. I'm here for it. Let's go, OG.
Absolutely. And look who's in the chat, CK. Look who's in the chat. None other than CP. CP's in the chat saying the dog is untouchable. Look at that. CP, you gonna call in, man? Or are you coming through for the game? What's coming through for the show? What are you doing, man? Where are you at? Are you just outside the garden chilling, vibing with the people? What is what you're doing?
With LeBron. Wants to have a word. Mr. LeBron. Mr. LeBron.
He's trying to talk to LeBron right now. Yo, LeBron, you retiring right now? You gonna retire, LeBron?
Trying to get the scoop.
Or are you just gonna fool us again with another, you know, Spirit commercial that we don't need? But hey. This is a Knicks show. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. So it's the Knicks Nation. Thank you all for tuning in for another KFTV post-game live. With me on the other side is my guy, CK2K. The Knicks won tonight, 112-100. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. CP says he'll be on the show in 20 minutes. All right, man. You said 20 minutes? All right, so let's start the clock right now. Someone set the timer. It is 10:13. That means you should be on this show at 10:33, man. You better be here by 10:33. Throwing salutes in the chat. Amen. We're expecting that, man. The bet's on. All right, let's get to the role player of the game, CK. And I'm gonna throw it to you, man. Who is your role player of the game? Who are you going with?
I wanted to give it to the other guy. Maybe you might, because I think he deserves it just as much. But like I mentioned, I think I spoiled it already. You know, you guys know I'm Bridges Hive, but today Bridges didn't look great, but somebody did in the absence of Mikal Bridges, and that's my role player of the game easily. Landry Sham. Wow. Landry Shamet was crazy today, man. Off the bench, giving us 23. You know, with Deuce being out, it's really important that somebody, anybody steps up that's getting those kind of minutes. We know Clarkson is in purgatory right now, so he's not getting those opportunities. Deuce is out. Who is it going to be that's going to be that scoring option off of the bench? And then on top of that, you got my guy Bridges with only 10 today, 5 of 12 from the field. We need points. Landry Shamet said, "Oh, my shoulder's feeling cool. You know, I do got a pretty cool looking shot. I got you. I got you." So Sham, wow, stepped in there, 23 points, man, 8 of 13, looking confident. And the Lakers, man, shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers for helping us out, because the amount of times they left them open in the clutch as well, man, it was a perfect storm. So yeah, it would be crazy to not go Landry Shamet. There's only one other option. I'm wondering if that's where you're going to go. Shamet, definitely my role player of the game, stepped in when Bridges had a rough one. He did his job. That is what playoff teams do. That's the beauty of depth. Landry Shamet had a great game. Role player of the game. Easy to Sham wow.
Sham, wow. I mean, look, man, in 26 minutes, he had 23 points, as you mentioned, 8 of 13 from the field, 6 of 10 from downtown. That's the craziest thing. He shot 60% from behind the arc, man. You know, only hit one of his 2 free throws, but still got 3 boards, the 1 assist. And look, I thought Shamet was just out hustling everybody on the Lakers, man. Even on the Knicks, I was like, damn, this guy is going at like 150 miles per hour. And I mean, the one play that really stood out to me outside of the 3-point shooting, man, because the one that was great to me is that he had, 2-3 opportunities, and it wasn't until Mitchell Robinson out rebounded. I want to say it was either Rui or LeBron that got that board. Shamet just goes bolting to the right corner, and next thing you know, he just puts up a 3 and just drills it. And I'm like, damn, that's one. The second one is the layup that he had, because it was kind of like a little slight Michael Jordan-esque, man. He went with a slight up and under to get that one through. I was like, okay, my man's got the speed. See, Landry Shamet put on some weight too. All right, he's getting those gains in, but Shamet definitely did have a great night, man. And as you pointed out, this is the thing about depth, man, and this is the one thing. Even with going through the losing streak and some of the questionable decision making we've seen from Mike Brown this season, man, like nobody's perfect, no head coach is perfect. Everyone's got their flaws, right? We can go to task on saying, hey, Mike Brown, why aren't you challenging? Why aren't you always arguing? Although he did start to argue for KAT tonight for some of these fouls, man. I did like to see that. I did like, needs to dial it up a little bit more, man. I did like some of the excitement, but you gotta still dial it up a little more, man. Because good lord, I know KAT cries too much about getting fouled, but damn, some of these things are just getting egregious at this point, man. I don't know what the refs are looking at. Nevertheless, getting back to it, like the way that, you know, the thing about Mike Brown that I really do like, even though he does have his flaws, giving guys second, third, fourth chance opportunities. And McBride nursing an ankle injury that he got back in December, feels a little sore, as according to Ian Begley. McBride is just nursing it, just making sure that everything is fine.
Right.
But what does that do, man? It opens up opportunities for Tyler Kolek to get back out there. It gives even more leeway for Landry Shamet. And with Jordan Clarkson being out of the rotation right now, and just leaning into Landry Shamet returning and believing in him after coming back from a shoulder injury to still be productive, you gotta like that aspect about Mike Brown and utilizing the depth that we have. I mean, even Diawara getting some minutes today. I thought he was going to get more after knocking down that 3. I was like, ooh, okay, Bo. You might get some more minutes tonight, but only tapped out with 5. But getting back to Landry Shamet, yeah, man. I mean, I just like that, like Mike Brown continues to believe in these guys, man. And look, Shamet is clearly here to stay. I think what Mike Brown likes is his hustle. He's a very active defender, not a lockdown defender, but very active, willing to fight around screens. Willing just to close out at 100 miles an hour, something that has plagued this Knicks team even from last season when it comes to defending 3. So I see him being a mainstay, and it's nights like tonight where, you know, we saw what he did against Miami, right? For the Cup tournament, and now you're getting another night like this where he goes 8 of 13 and just gives you 23 points. Landry Shamet just continues to be a dynamo for this team coming off the bench, man. So even though that's your role player of the game, that is not my role player of the game, though.
Who you got?
It's Josh Hart, man.
Yeah.
The X
Yeah.
Factor.
I'm cool with that.
All right, the heart of the team, the heart and soul of the team, the man who constantly brings the energy, the guy who constantly brings that aggression. Josh Hart played 36 minutes tonight, got you 20 points, another efficient scoring night for him, man. 8 of 11 from the field, confident from three, 3 of 4 from downtown, got you 4 boards, 2 assists, okay, 1 block as well, okay. That block on Rui. Luka thought he had that easy lay in. He was like, touchdown pass, man. Thought he was looking like Tom Brady out there. Josh Hart said, hell nah. Get that stuff out of here, man. Not today. Not in my house. I love that play, man. Absolutely love that play. But Josh Hart just continued to be that aggressor, man, and bringing you that energy that surely needed and was missed when he was injured when the Knicks were on that West Coast team. You need somebody who's just not afraid of anybody who's going up against, and that is Josh Hart. And so I feel like when he is just fully bought in and engaged in any game, it just trickles down to everybody else, and you start to see that hustle with, like I said, Towns, Bridges, Brunson, guys who weren't necessarily shooting well tonight, but had solid enough floor games that they were able to work collectively as a team and still get this win over a Lakers team that, look, even though they're not, and this is what Trevor said, man. Trevor said they're not that this is not a championship team. This is not like one of the top 2 teams that's going to be winning, hoisting the title at the end of the year. Nevertheless, they're still very competitive, and for this Knicks team who's gone through their woes this January to come out and compete against a team that's still top 5 in the Western Conference, a stacked Western Conference, you got to like how these guys are responding and the energy that Josh Hart leads with this team and brought it tonight, man. So I'm going with Josh Hart as my role player of the game. I know that you're going with Landry Shamet. People, let us know in the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to our franchise channel members. Let us know who you think should be the role player of the game. Are you going with CK's selection in ShamWow, or are you going with the heart and soul of the team in Josh Hart? Let us know in the chat. If TM is even here, TM, if you can create a poll, that'd be much appreciated, my man. That'd be much appreciated. And let me tell you something, man. When we're talking about heart and souls, right? It all starts with the mind. And that's where we got to talk about our sponsor tonight, CK. We got to talk about Rula, because you need, in order for you to bring that energy, day after day, whether it's at work, for your family, whatever it is in life, you need to have your mental right. So, look, life gets real at times. Work, family, finances, the constant grind. We talk a lot about basketball stress, but real life stress, that's a different level. And I'll be honest, therapy has helped a lot of people close to me get back on track. Friends, teammates, family. Sometimes you just need someone who can help you sort things out. The only problem? It's hard to find a therapist. It takes forever, and the cost can be crazy. That's why I really like what Rula is doing. Rula makes therapy simple and accessible. They work with most major insurance plans, and sessions can cost as little as $15. Literally the price of a quick lunch in the city. They've got over 15,000 licensed therapists, fully vetted, and they match you with someone based on your needs. No guessing, no long wait lists. You can get an appointment as soon as the next day. If you've been thinking about therapy or even just curious, Rula removes the excuses. Go to rula.com/KFTV and get started today. That is RULA.com/KFTV. Take the first step, take care of yourself. That shout out to Rula. All right, man. I see we got some people here on the Discord. We're gonna get to you guys in a bit. So hang tight. We're gonna keep this show rocking though. CK, question for you, man.
Yeah.
With all the, and this has been a conversation that's been going on for a minute now. Like with Clarkson being out of the rotation, McBride being out of the rotation. I don't see McBride not being in this lineup. What do you think Mike Brown's gonna do with this, with all this depth, man? I mean, even Kolek tonight. Kolek has now gotten a second, not even a second. What's this? Third, fourth? He's like a cat, man. He's got like 9 lives. He's got another chance. He's cracked the rotation again. And this guy out here just knocking down big shots. I mean, how about the one he had over Luka, man? God damn.
Yeah, bro.
But
yeah, man.
he was still facilitating too, knocking down big shots, giving you some energy. And even other nights, man, just comes in, gives you 10 assists. Like he continues to be that facilitator and almost like a release valve for Brunson and for KAT to help those guys get going. What do you look at this rotation, man? Because look, tonight. I know that Mike Brown
Oh,
really just
boy.
went 8 deep, but
Yeah.
then you gotta get McBride back. Clarkson's out now, but at some point he's gonna get back into this thing, man, because you need what he can do just to be that that explosive scorer off the bench. What's happening with this bench right now?
That's a great question because all of the depth are all at the same position, right? You know what I mean? Like I understand it's a positionless game that everyone likes to say, but it's just reality of the height of the players that we have. They all bring that value in different ways, but at that same height. So yeah, we know as we spoke here, Shamet is probably going to be one of those guys that's in there because you can get away with him running some of that three from time to time. Obviously, you want him to be the guy off the bench at that too, but he plays some three because you're probably pairing him with Deuce. Instead of going long-winded with it, you just gotta wonder how confident is he actually in Diawara, because it's clear that he wants to try Yabusele, but it just doesn't work. We know the rumors about him possibly being gone on Thursday. We don't know what happens with Clarkson by Thursday, but I'm with you. I think Clarkson ends up staying on the roster and at some point then gets thrown back in the rotation. But that isn't even as concrete because Kolek looks so good right now. It'd be hard to even imagine him just being out of the rotation. Even with Deuce coming back, I could see him still being in there. So this is a very tough decision. So it comes down to what Mike Brown feels comfortable with. So for me, I'm gonna make my decision. I'm gonna make my answer. We talked about it. You talked about it 5 seconds ago. I love Mo Diawara. I don't think he's done enough to not be given those 5 to 8, 9 minutes that we saw Yabusele get when he was a part of the quote unquote rotation. I don't see why Diawara can't be in that slot. He's got to be that 4. You can put him at 3 if need be, but because we're running such small lineups, he can play that 4. I like him out there. Yeah, he makes some rookie mistakes here and there. But what we don't talk about is he's a much more consistent shooter than he gets credit for. Defensive, I know a lot of people are excited about what he does defensively. He does a good job at picking up, does a good job at length and being in the passing lanes. But what I love about him is he has confidence when it comes to his shooting abilities. I think he should be out there getting some run. I think you got it. Deuce is in there. Deuce has to be your main guy off the bench. I think Shamet's right there with them. But yeah, I'm looking at realistically Brown going in 9-man rotation, maybe 10 on some nights, but I think he stays 9 when we're all healthy. And I'm looking at Shamet. I'm looking at Deuce. I'm looking at, in my opinion, again, it's up to his confidence level. But for me, CK's saying it, Diawara, and then that 4th guy, I think eventually you slide in maybe with other rotations with other people, you slide in Clarkson at some point going forward. So yeah, Deuce, Kolek, Diawara, and then Clarkson possibly gets that 4th spot if we go in a 9-man rotation. That's my thought. Again, up to Mike Brown on what he feels confident with. I understand the Clarkson benching. I'm with you. I don't think it lasts long, especially if he survives the trade deadline. But that's what I think. What do you think, Alex?
So you're going 9-man rotation.
9-man rotation. Like I think that ends up being what we go with. Of course, there's nights where he'll go 10, but I think 9 would be the consistent.
9. Do you think he goes with that into the? I'm just asking. Do you think he goes with that into the postseason?
I think he's more open-minded to run some 10-man rotations with back-to-backs and stuff. But I think 9 ends up being the postseason rotation. Yeah, I think that's what he sticks with.
I'm just seeing people in the chat say I'm looking sleepy. People, the chat for me is down here on my iPad. I gotta look down. To look at it. Not falling asleep, people. I am wide awake. But to answer your question,
sorry, Clarkson. Mitch. Sorry, Clarkson. Mitch.
I was trying to do the math. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm still in the mindset of Mitch needs to be starting. Peace and love, Hart. My brain didn't. It doesn't compute. He's off the bench. Yeah. So Clarkson, he can be that possible 10 if he goes 10. I'm going Mitch with my 9. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. He comes off the bench.
That's what I was doing here. I was like counting on my fingers. Like, wait a minute. He said, I was like, did he put Mitch in there? I missed.
No, I forget he comes off the bench. No, you're so right. So Clarkson will be that 10th man if he goes 10.
All right. So we got the original 5. Mitch, that's 6. You got McBride, that's 7. That's a lock right there. That 7 is a lock right there.
100%.
So then you're asking about Mo, Kolek, and Shamet, and then
that's 9. That's my 9.
I'm just saying we're talking about Mo, Kolek, Shamet, and then Clarkson. That's 11 guys right there. If
Not
you
including
include all those guys, I'm not saying you're including all those guys. I'm just
got
saying
you
if you
in
include all
general,
of them, in
Gotcha,
general,
gotcha.
that's 11 players right there, which, that's great. That's a great problem to have 11 guys you can go to off on your bench. You'd be like, all right, man, we got 11 guys right here we can rely on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you see a move happening on Thursday for depth? To take the Giannis stuff out, but the other rumors, the Missies, the Alvarados. Do you see a depth move coming on Thursday?
I just see only Yabusele being the only option to be traded, but even that is not, to me, a guarantee for him to be traded.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Knicks would trade Clarkson just because even though he's having a tough stretch and he's out of the rotation right now, I still believe that he will be back in the rotation. And you need somebody who can just, continue their dribble and get to the cup and be a playmaker as well. And he does that. I know he's not the greatest defender, but when you're asking for someone to be electric, be a microwave scorer, he's the one that fits the bill. I know that Shamet's having some good nights just being, an off-ball player and getting to his spots, but there are going to be nights where you say, hey, Jalen Brunson, is doing all the work just trying to create amongst the trees. Clarkson can do that too once he gets into rhythm. So I just don't see why you'd want to give that up based on what we even saw at the beginning of the season. But I would only say that Yabusele is the only one that I see being traded. I mean, maybe Kolek, but I would only see that you're getting rid of Kolek if you're getting someone like Jose Alvarado walking through those doors. Like, you can't just give him up because he's also a playmaker. So that's why I don't really see what is going to be out there. Now, I believe that Stephen Bondi did report that Ayo Dosunmu is a player that is on the Knicks radar right now. Let me just make sure I can go confirm that. I'm pretty sure I did see Bondi report that earlier before the game started. Just looking for that right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
We're gonna have to get rid of somebody that we love if that happens.
Yeah, man. If Dosunmu is like truly somebody that the Knicks are looking into, then
you're gonna lose the favorite right there. So one of the favorites, a
that's like
Deuce.
a Clark. That's like a Clarkson plus like a Deuce or somebody, because that Dosunmu does exactly what I'm talking about. Clarkson does too. Like, he can create for himself. He doesn't need any help in that category.
Yep. Not mad at it. I'm just saying, that's going to be one of those moves, or one of those staple guys we like might have to go.
Hold on 1 second. Dosunmu
is young and growing. So yeah, I didn't see that one, so I'm trusting you with that. And if it's Steph Bondi, then I believe it. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, but look, I think it's. Yep, there you go. There it is. Thank you, producer Gamba, for bringing it up and put it up on the screen.
That's why he's the GOAT.
That is why he's the GOAT, man. That is why he's one of our producers, man.
Okay.
But if you did a trade for Ayo, that answers a lot of questions. You get to shorten your depth, and that maybe, I don't know, for a head coach, having to make a decision between 11 players could be frustrating because you may believe that everyone is deserving, but to have to play so many guys, even going 10, is a struggle at times.
Yeah.
I just don't know how realistic it is to get Ayo through those doors. I mean, the Bulls are awful.
Yeah.
But Dosunmu would be you would have to consolidate. It's like you move 2 guys to go bring him in to resolve a lot of issues. But I wouldn't put Kolek in that. I don't want to move. I really like the bench that we have, man. He's not even like somebody who I'm dying to get. That's why I think there's a lot of. I think what we see here is what we see for the remainder of the season. I don't really see that many changes, man, unless you already know how I stand. If you trade Yabusele, you can go get like a backup 5, cool. But I don't know, man. I also believe that Yabusele could be a guy that is on this team. Just stays here too.
Oh boy.
I don't know. So you thought the jokes were over?
No, you're right, because at the end of the day, you can't really move. I mean, I can't say you can't, because you can. We'll see. But more realistically, does Yabu move on his own? Does he have that kind of trade value where you can move him on his own for a player that is going to be quote unquote better or a better fit? I don't know. I don't know if he's done enough for that, where a team is going to be willing to just trade straight up for this is an example. Not saying he's on a radar, but for an example, like a Precious straight up for a Yabusele. Like I don't know if someone's making that level of a move because of how useless or how not as productive Yabusele has been. So you might not be wrong, brother. He might be on this team on Friday. You might not be wrong.
But to answer your question, who's my 9 outside the original 7? I feel like it's got to be. I feel like you need Kolek in there, and it's Shamet right now. And I think Clarkson's on. Clarkson, as of right now, could be is probably on the outside looking in until you need that spark.
Agreed.
You know, he could be that. He could. Here's the thing about Clarkson, man. You could throw him out there, and he could be like what Campaign was in Game 1 against the Detroit Pistons. You know that. You laughing right now, but you know that's real.
I'm laughing because I just heard Campaign in 2026. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it. Go ahead. Sorry, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Threw me off. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, man, I didn't want to bring out nightmares, but here you go. There you go. Yeah, salute to Knicks Nation, man. Thank you all for tuning for another KFTV postgame live. New York Knicks 112 to 100. We are still rocking with you. Let's get to some of the callers right now, man. Let's get to a caller right now. We got Hooper on the line. Hooper, what's happening, my man?
Yo,
what up? How you doing?
Doing all right.
Why'd you think about this game, man? What'd you think?
It was a great game. Shamet, man, he's turned into Steph Curry tonight. He decided to shoot that ball.
That he did, man. He decided to shoot that ball. Was looking like
he showed why.
We'll go Steph Curry. We'll go Klay Thompson, man, because Klay Thompson did a lot of.
Klay Thompson. Yeah, that's there you go. And OG, he showed why he's an all-star. He should be reserved. They rigged it. I was really mad when I saw that list. I was like, why is OG not here? This is kind of rigged, you know?
I mean, I'd be there with you, man, right? I feel like OG deserves it after the type of season he's having.
Played so good recently. I wish I was.
It's the recently that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, I think the recently is the problem. I would love it too, but I think he went cold. The injury hit at the wrong time, and yeah, a lot of other.
I think the rotation when Deuce comes back probably gonna be like Deuce, Tyler, Mitch, and Shamet probably, and maybe they'll throw out Clarkson sometime, but I don't know when. Again.
Yep. So you agree with us? Yeah, we agree with you. Yep.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, Hooper. Like, what do you expect for this upcoming week? How do you feel like the Knicks are going to do?
Yeah, what do you think?
That's the question I got for you right now. Before we let you go,
watch the Wizards up. Nuggets is going to be tough. It's going to be a gritty win against Nuggets, I feel. And KAT's going to really have to not foul against Joker because Joker can just absolutely go off on him. So I hope that doesn't happen.
Right.
How
do you feel about Detroit and the Celtics, though? How do you feel about those two teams?
Against Boston, should beat them too.
Okay.
Detroit, I expect us to come back and not play like last time.
I hope. I hope
it's a barrage again. It's going to be an interesting week for the Knicks to see if Giannis is coming or not. We shall see.
Absolutely, man. We shall see what the Knicks do and what they do at the trade deadline.
I appreciate you waiting for that tweet.
What tweet?
If Giannis is coming or not,
you're looking for.
You're looking for that tweet. Gotcha. Hey, man, we'll see what happens later this week. Appreciate you for tapping in, Hooper. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Catch you next time.
There we go. So that was Hooper on the check-in. All right, we got another caller here too. We got Trent on the line. Trent, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, guys. How you doing tonight?
Doing all right. What'd you think about tonight's win?
It was a good win. I was surprised how much the Knicks managed to get the Lakers frazzled with their offense. A lot of good defense being played. I wanted to, bounce some trade ideas, like that. I feel like might be tangible for this team off you. See how you think about it. I was thinking for Yabusele, like maybe a trade for a guy like Jeremy Sohan, or maybe perhaps Zeke Naji, who's been playing better as of recent for the Nuggets and stuff. And as far as like combining Yabusele and like Gadier, maybe you could flip that for some asset on, the Pelicans, because I feel like the 4 spot off the bench, if you can get guys like, Sohan and Najee in there to play defense, you know, specifically, and just have them stick to that role, they'd be good. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about that.
So who is it from the Pelicans that you're looking at? Like Alvarado and Messi? He's Messi.
Like maybe Eves Messi, maybe Sadiq Bey, if you could flip two players for one, make the money match up somehow. It's like something like that.
Okay. All right. Appreciate the call, Trent. Appreciate you for tapping in.
All right, no problem.
So Trent wants to know if we can trade for somebody like Jeremy Shawan, Zeke Najee, or try to get either a package deal go on with the Pelicans for either Eves Messi, Sadiq Bey. Did he say Jose Alvarado? I couldn't remember.
You said it and he confirmed. So
okay, so Jose Alvarado as well. All right. Can we get any of those guys? Well, if you go back to a couple of weeklies ago, I did do some mock-up trades for Alvarado. Didn't do for Sadiq Bey.
Why?
You want Sadiq Bey?
Realistic? I do, but I think we lost that's good. That's done. The same way that Najee Marshall, I feel like, is out the window. I think Sadiq Bey is out the window. He decided to get hot at the worst time. So now they're gonna ask for more, and we ain't got the more to give them.
I think,
nor should we.
I think for me, it's not that I wouldn't want Sadiq Bey on this team. I just don't think it's an easy trade to just happen. And then on
100%.
top of that, for a guy who's for Sadiq Bey right now, this is the minutes he's been averaging his entire career. From his rookie season to now, it's been 27, 33, 28, 29, 25, 33, and now didn't play last season, and now 30 minutes.
Well, we can't really count those last two. The one he didn't play, it makes sense, and those are bloated minutes on on this Pelicans team. But you're right. But, I mean, it still stands. I get what you're saying.
I hear you, man. But it's still like a guy who's gonna be expecting some odd minutes.
Yep.
So what's the reduction? Let's look at our wing depth right now. Like, this is the thing about saying let's add more wings, and then the reality of like how much more playing time are we going to give said new wing? Like, you're gonna want OG out there. Like, there's no way he's not playing 30 some odd minutes, and these guys aren't even playing the heavy minute load that we saw seasons prior. Like, Jalen Brunson played the most minutes tonight. He played 37, which is fine. 36 for Josh Hart. OG played 34. KAT played 32. Bridges played 30. So now where's Sadiq Bey going into this whole thing?
Yeah.
Mind you, Mitch played 23 minutes tonight. Shamet played 26. And so then if you don't want Landry Shamet to be playing, that means Sadiq's got to be playing that minutes. But do we want Shamet playing then, or do you not want to? Like, these are the questions you got when you think about bringing in somebody like Sadiq Bey. That's why I think the more realistic thing to go after is like a center or even a backup point guard. Like, if you go out and get Alvarado, you can easily find minutes for him. That's just like, don't even think about Kolek. You know what I mean?
Damn. That easy, huh?
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to go with the vet who has more experience, it's not saying I don't want Kolek to play, but that's just how it would go. And you probably would throw him in a trade to give, like, the Pelicans say, hey, if you want a young guy that you could potentially groom, there you go.
I don't know. I get the love, I get the hype, I get the hometown story and stuff like that. I'm in that minority that I'm okay on that personally. If I'm choosing between the two, I'll take Kolek. I'll take my chances with the developing Kolek personally.
Okay,
but I get it.
You're out on Alvarado. You're out on New York. You're out on the New York native.
That's
we don't even like our own people anymore, man. You've gone out to LA. You got out to California.
I say that.
This is where you at now.
I knew you were gonna flip that on me. That's fine. Oh yeah, for sure.
Doing your own people dirty.
Look, man. You know,
that avocado toast has really gotten to you, man.
I avocado toast. I hate you. I just don't see it. I get it. I feel like the name is fun. I feel like the prospect and the hope that he becomes this guy and everything. The only thing I feel like we'd be training for is exactly what you're trolling me on, is that is where he's from. He's gonna have that energy, he's gonna have those good moments, but I feel like we get more from a Tyler Kolek. This is where he's in year 2. Kolek is in year 2, and he's made all these nice little flashes for when we got him in the draft.
I feel like it's year 1, man, because he didn't even play last year.
He didn't even play last year. That's what I'm saying. But that makes it even worse. But anyways, I'm just saying, if you're making me choose between the two, I don't think Alvarado's really done all that where it's like, yeah, for sure, that's the guy. Same thing with the Keon Ellis rumors, and I'm glad that's done because he got moved. I understand that one was strictly just because it was a Mike Brown, prospect, Mike Brown project, so he wanted him back. I get that, but I mean, it's really not in need of moving for me enough where I feel like that needs to be done. But I mean, to your point, if you can get a Missy along with it, and we got to make the move so we can get a young big that goes along, we got to do what we got to do. But if you want my personal opinion, I'm cool on Alvarado. I say
okay. All right, man. I see Abdul from San Diego saying, Alex, you're wrong for that. Hey, man, I just had to throw the avocado toast out there. I like avocado toast.
You know what I'm saying, Abdul? Like, yeah, you see how fast he flipped on me like that? It's cool. It's fine, I ain't wavering, bro. I ain't wavering. He tried. You don't want the New York guy. Okay, yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Take me out. They're trying to take me out there. CP is late. Oh, that's a good point.
Oh,
CP is late. He's 10 minutes, 11 minutes over.
Damn.
Man.
Now 12. It just got to 45. Look at that.
12.
This guy, 12. Man. 20 minutes. Sheesh. Don't tell me to put my life on CP getting in time to pick.
Crazy.
Can you imagine? You're hanging off the edge of you're hanging off of a cliff.
I'm on my way.
You need someone to be here in 20 minutes. CP, you can be here in 20 minutes. I got you.
I'm on my way. Be there in 20 minutes.
Oh, man. Tough out in these streets, man. It's tough out in these streets. We got some callers, man. We got some callers. I guess to the last point of the callers, like, question about trades. Would you go for Ease Missy? Would you go for... I am not going for a Jeremy Showan. I can tell you that right now. Zeke Najee?
I mean, I'll take Sohan if they're willing to go straight up.
Would you?
I mean, yeah, I'll take Sohan over Yabu right now. Yeah, why not? What's his contract? Is his contract crazy?
It's not even the contract. No, the contract's not even crazy to me. It's more so like he's a traditional like 4. Like he doesn't really he doesn't do anything else but play the 4. You know what I mean? Like you can't play him at small ball 5.
Well, I mean, you can't play Yabu at small ball. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, you could. This is not in the Mike Brown scheme.
In this economy. No, I get what you're saying. I think I'll still pull that trigger. If again, I'm not adding anybody else. If you can give me that straight up, yeah, Yabu, it's been cool.
I don't know.
But if they're making me add a pick, even if they're making me add a daddy, I don't know if I'm doing all that for so on. But I would take the gamble for a straight up piece for piece.
I also say I saw Shohan's like pizza takes. I'm out, man. Can't.
That's you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm here trying to talk basketball, and Alex is trying to kill me because of pizza takes for Sohan. I would have even taken you say, man, one game he had an afro with green hair. Not for me. I would have taken that over.
That,
pizza takes, bro. Pizza takes, man.
Welcome to
coming from Mr. Steak Fries. Come on, pizza takes.
Oh my God! Here we go. We're bringing up the steak. See, you killed me on that, and now I can't kill you on this. I'll have my steak fries. All right.
Yeah. Yes, you will. You have them all to yourself.
My garlic Parmesan wings. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. And I'll be eating like a king.
Right. Yeah, you sure will. Yes.
That's right.
Two steak fries equals a full potato. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. You will be eating like a king for sure.
Oh, man. All right, let's get back to some of the callers, man. Salute to Knicks Nation. Take opportunity for the KFTV post game live. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. All right, we got King Mott on the line. King Mott, what's happening?
What's good, fellas? You guys having a good time tonight. Y'all talking about a little bit of everything.
Hey, man, that's what we do here at KFTV, man. We talk a little bit about everything, man. We talk about life, food, you know.
I hear that. I like the avocado toast, too. I'm with that. I don't want to talk no trades, man. This game had me pumped after the game, man. It's a good game.
Yes.
Second half was dope. OG looking really good right now. Like how he's attacking the basket. Love the dunks from OG. Shamet did his thing tonight. So yeah, I'll be shocked if the Knicks make some type of big trade after the way the guys have been playing the last 6 games. It's a really good winning streak, play some really good teams. Hopefully we can continue Tuesday night against we're playing the Wizards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
lowly Wizards, and then I know we got the Pistons and the Celtics coming up later this week. Celtics, they smoked the team they played today, so hopefully we can play well against them later this week. But just really pumped with this victory, man. I thought the Knicks came out really hard in that second half, and just a good victory. And Shamet did his thing, man. I don't want nobody taking minutes from Shamet. Shamet needs to take more minutes from Bridges. Give some of those Bridges minutes to Shamet. More aggressive. I like how he plays defense. Play some good defense on Luka. I mean, Luka hits some tough shots. That's what he does. But I like how Shamet's been playing aggressive, and he attacks the basket too.
Yeah, Shamet's been.
That's all I gotta say though. Good game though. Knicks, good victory tonight. Let's keep it up.
Shout out to King Mott, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, my man. That's King Mott on the line. King Mott coming through saying, "Give Shamet more minutes over Bridges, man." And we got the president of the Bridges I have over there, giving some chuckles.
Yeah, we choose not to comment on that statement. I just got the word from the board. Yeah, they gave me the don't respond. So.
The board, the cabinet told you not to respond to that. There you go. All right. So we'll have to force the conversation later in the show. Don't you worry. We will get back to that. But yo, man, shout out to some of the people who've been giving super chats tonight as well, and some new franchise channel members. Shout out to Iris Miller. Shout out to Drew Coe. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Chef Guns for becoming franchise channel members. Appreciate all of you. Shout out to Harrison. Is that Harrison Montreal 95? Shout out to you for the Canadian $7. Says, given JC's lack of minutes, who are some players out there you'd like to see fill that role? Or are we all set with Shamet, Deuce absorbing those minutes? Well, CK and I just talked about it. I think JC's going to get back into the rotation at some point. I'm not really looking to make I'm not really looking to trade JC. I mean, unless you're really thinking about packaging him and others for Io DeSumo, which if that's the way the Knicks goes, that's the way the Knicks go. But I'm okay with them keeping this roster and just trying to move off of Yabusele, who hasn't really been a true fit. Like I said, I think Clarkson's just having it down, and he'll be back into the rotation and giving you what he was giving the Knicks early during the season. I think we can't forget what he was doing earlier this season, man. I feel like just because he's in a lull, people forget that this guy was actually being an efficient basketball player, giving you consistent double-digit nights on high-efficiency shooting. And then now that he's in a rut, it's like, all right, man, we forget about him, got to trade him. I'm not really to move off of JC yet. But what do you think, CK?
It's not a necessity. I'm not taking phone calls to try and get him gone. But like you said, if there is a trade where they're willing to take a Yabu and we got to throw him in there for a move that makes sense, that gives us that depth, like long term, I'm talking about like young, like we were talking about the Missy kind of deal, like something like that, then I'm willing to do what has to happen. But I'm with you. I feel like you made that signing. I feel like you can't really make that kind of a decision with a player like him, a former Sixth Man of the Year, in half a year where he was up and down, different kind of role after playing heavy minutes on a weak team. Yeah, I'm not openly shopping him, but if the move makes sense and he's a part of it, then we gotta do what we gotta do. That's it. What that move is, Alex, don't ask me next. I'm just saying if the move made sense and he was a part of it, then do what you got to do. But I'm not looking to trade him.
All right, I want to ask you next. All right, so let's get to the next super chat, though. All right, we got CL Kenrick with a $5 super chat. Says, Shamet, 23 points, helped us a lot for our 6 straight wins. Heck yes, go New York, go New York, go. OG was a beast tonight. Give the fire emoji. Yeah, man. Shamet, OG were monsters tonight. 6 in a row. You know what, man? We got over 2,000 people in the chat. We got 2,300 in the chat right now. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys if you haven't done so, man. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share this video, man. Let the people know what we're doing, man. We are live right now. And look, drop a 6 in the chat for 6 in a row, okay? Drop a 6 in the chat for 6 in a row. Knicks are on a 6-game winning streak. Let's get it going, people. Let's see. We got BK Jeezy out here with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. CP was right. The pecking order has changed. The dog is number 2. Peace. Hey, he's saying the dog is number 2. Is the dog is OG the second option? Do people believe he's the second option? What do you think? See, I think it's just. I think as of right now, he's the second option. I mean, Towns is having a down year, but this whole egalitarian, offense under Mike Brown, it's all about who has it going and the unpredictability of the offense. As of right now, OG's the guy on a hot streak. And I think that's all that matters, man. That's what it is right now. What do you think?
I have nothing to add. That's exactly my thoughts as well. I think that that's what the beauty of Mike Brown and what he's trying to make this offense is. You got 4 valuable shooters. I understand people feel their ways about Bridges, but you got 4 guys that have the ability to put the ball in the hoop at high levels in their own rights. And right now, like you said, Bridges and Carl having down periods, and OG Anunoby is doing his thing. Cap is always going to be Cap. So as of right now, yeah, those 2 are doing it. But, you know, we'll see what happens in March. We'll see what happens when we get to the playoffs. We'll see who it is. I think all are capable. But, you know, OG right now, yeah, he's the number 2 because he's doing his thing.
There you go. Shout out to Cliff Craval with the $5 super chat, man. Says, leave the Suvlaiki in Milwaukee. Let's keep the squad as is. Bridges and Cat will come around. Let's go, Knicks. Build bridges. Feed the cat. Orange and blue skies. All right, man. So there you go. We got Cliff Craval saying, leave the Suvlaiki, man. He says, no Giannis.
Yeah,
right?
no Giannis.
Leave the Yiro out in Milwaukee. All right. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. It's going to be a fun week, he said sarcastically.
There's we got their K Pigo right now. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. For being a franchise channel member. Says what's crazy is OG still has greater levels he could reach. If he could develop some go-to dribble moves and learns to finish layups, he's an all-star for sure. Do not trade my son. Hey man, OG, look man, even OG's showing a little bit of dribble moves right now, man. Just a little bit, just some 3, 1, 2 tweens, and then goes to the basket. He's doing it, man. He's showing a little bit right now. He's showing a little bit right now.
How young do we think OG Anunoby is?
Yeah.
I don't mean to be that guy. I'm just
Now
talking like we drafted him last year. Like, what you mean? You know. Anyway,
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I just typed in OG Anunoby just to pull up his age, and it says, shout out to Google, says OG Anunoby is a British basketball player.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I mean, it's true, but that's hilarious
It's
to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just hilarious to see that. But he is 28, so I don't know how much more he can go, man. I mean, he is 28. He is in the thick of his prime right now. So he's got what, maybe what is it, 4 more years, 5 more years in his prime? That's what I think.
Yeah, I think the percentages can go up and stuff like that. But talking about adding new moves and stuff, I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's not me slight. I'm just being honest. That's all.
All right, man. All right.
That's all.
So now we got shout out to Remo Jones, 808. We got Remo giving us the $5 super chat. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. It's not a video game. Bridges probably plays better. Sorry, now an ad just threw up. Bridges probably plays better offensively after that break. Keep in mind he plays every game Iron Man. I think for Bridges, he is just he just chooses, man. There's some nights where he'll be aggressive. Some nights he just, fades in the background, and I would love to see him be more aggressive and more consistent. I think this is just who he is, man. This is just who he is. So let's we got that. So Cliff Craval with another $2 super chat says Shamwell got the strong shoulder from the Winter Soldier. All right, my man's a poet. He didn't even know it.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we got Hammy LA with the $5 super chat. Said this is all part of the process. We were so used to Tibbs. Knicks playing with players off intensity in November. Normal teams go through slumps. Okay, he's saying, hey man, we should be used to this because we got higher expectations from Tibbs, who plays every game like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We got Ty Witt. Oh, we got Ty Witt. Sorry, we got Ty Witt with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. He says, how valuable is OG? Imagine if the trade never takes place. Where would the Knicks be today? Hey, man. OG has been so instrumental for this team. Absolutely instrumental. I mean, I even think about day 1 where he got traded to this team. Didn't know a single playbook, but yet fit seamlessly into the role. OG's just been phenomenal for the Knicks. And then shout out to Chris Abbott, man. Franchise channel member. Big supporter of the channel with the $50 super chat. Says great game. But too many Laker fans in the building. I like when we're in a flow state. Keep it going. Let's go, Knicks. Shout out to Chris Abbott, man. Shout out to you for being a supporter. Appreciate you as always. All right, man. So now we're caught up on the super chats.
Shout out.
And now we look who it is. Look who it is. Look who decided to show up. Look who decided to show up. You said 20 minutes. This ain't 20
man.
minutes.
Check one. Am I in the place? Am I in the place? In the words of the Glockster, am I in the place? Check one, check two.
There we go. Thank God. You muted your YouTube.
Oh, I got to mute. Hang on.
You're good.
Thank you, producer Gamba, for muting me on the Zoom. You mentioned my guy, Christopher Abbott. Shout out to Christopher Abbott. You know, I'm rocking my blue KFTV beanie. You could get it in stores, KnicksFanTV.com. My guy, Christopher Abbott, pulled up to the Garden with the black version. They had him up there on Celebrity Row. Who's in the house tonight? Christopher Abbott always repping KFTV, repping the brand strong. Shout out to my guy, Christopher Abbott, as always. Knicks get the W, 6 in a row. Hey, man, it was pretty. It was gritty. And I love the way that these guys attacked this game. And it was one of those where, you know, they came out the gates a little tight. I thought the Lakers defense was really good. Give credit to them. But I felt confident going into that second half, man. I just felt like they were gonna lock in and things were gonna open up for them, and it did. And once again, give credit to this Knicks defense. They almost got another one under 100, and this Laker team had been coming in. They put up 142 against the Wizards, and yes, I know it's the Wizards. And yes, they're without Austin Reeves and all that. We can talk about all that. But look, Luka was still playing at a high level. You still got to deal with the King and how this team flows off of those guys. But I thought the Knicks defense, by and large, locked in and got the stops that they needed to and got the timely stops. And especially in that third quarter, it started to open up. You know, McCall attacking the basket. He gets in for a dunk. Karl Anthony Towns, I believe he had 4 points or so in that third quarter. The dog, OG Anunoby, he finished the third quarter strong. So once that third quarter came in, I said, all right, I think we should be okay to put this away. OG. You know, since that call with DJ Legend, who was ready to send OG to Milwaukee, and I said, call back anytime, basically. And for lack of a better word, told my man, call back anytime, because he's showing us, fellas, what it is. You have a two-way force on your team. He's low maintenance, and he wants the responsibility. I've been telling you, OG wants to be one of the guys. Meaning one of the guys you can go to get you a bucket. And he's showing you that every time. And yeah, you know, one time he got caught in a shot clock violation. He got caught in some loosey dribbles and things of that nature. It's not always going to be clean. But while Carl tries to figure out his way in this offense, and while Mike Brown tries to figure out how to get Carl more comfortable in this offense, OG says, come to me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Go to him. And that's what they're doing right now, and he's making them pay. 25 points, efficiency, inside, outside. He's got to guard Luka and LeBron. He has to guard Luka and LeBron. And listen, Luka had his moments. Luka had his points. A lot of that was Luka Magic points. You know what I'm saying? Like those Luka Magic points where it's just like you tip your cap to him. Those tough shots.
Yep.
Those a lot of Luka's production tonight was off of those Luka Magic type of points. He's got to go to LeBron, right? And like he's still giving you grittiness on the defensive end and really not breaking against those two guys. It was a hellacious performance by OG, man. And, you know, give credit. Captain Clutch, 13 assists, 13 assists in this one for Jalen Brunson. Just spraying it, just keeping it low-key, getting his guys involved. He almost had a triple-double tonight when he factor in the 7 rebounds on top of the 12 points. So great job by Jalen. So, you know, those two guys really led the way. And then, you know, a lot of role plays. I know you guys talked about, you guys kind of debated the role plays of the night. I mean, there's a lot to go around. I love Josh's performance tonight. Josh continuing to play well, shooting the ball well. And one of the things I thought that helped the Knicks, especially when the Lakers defense was playing well, was they sped it up a little bit. They sped it up when they could to find the Lakers in those numbers mismatches so the Knicks could get some easier offense. And that kind of gave them momentum to get going. So I thought he's always a big part of that in terms of how the Knicks play with a little bit more pace. So he did a good job there. Josh Hart, 20 points, 8 for 11 for the field, and 3 or 4 from downtown. He had a great night. I thought he had a spectacular night. Landry Shamet, ladies and gentlemen, 23 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 6 of 10 from downtown. An excellent game from Landry Shamet, man. He was amazing tonight. And he continues to be efficient on both sides of the ball, especially on the offensive side when you can kick it out to him. He can be a bailout guy. He moves without the ball very well. Excellent cutter. But when I say efficient on the defensive side, I mean just making the right play. Making the right play. Ball pressure. Playing with intensity and playing with smarts. And so, the funny thing is, I do find it very funny that, like, in the midst of this Knicks 6-game winning streak, people are still asking for Clarkson. And I'm just like, yo, who cares? Real talk. And look, it's nothing against Clarkson, fellas. It's absolutely nothing against Clarkson. Cardiac Clarkson, I'm a fan. When he's on, he's on. I'm rocking with it. But when he's off, go to the guys that are giving you the minutes. And one thing we kind of forgot about, in the beginning of the season, when all things were equal, Shamet was getting more minutes than Clarkson, right? Like, Shamet was averaging more minutes than Clarkson in October and November. He just got hurt, and that's when Clarkson had to come in and contribute. The only difference now is that Kolek and Diawara are getting some more of those Clarkson minutes because those guys are filling a role that the Knicks need. In Diawara's case, yes, he's raw. He picked up the 3 fouls in the second quarter where things kind of got dicey. The Lakers got into the penalty early, but you need his size. You need his defense. We need stops. Look at where this Knicks defense has improved after that, a tough 11-game streak. For Kolek, he's giving you the playmaking you need as a pure point guard. I love the way Tyler Kolek attacked this game today, right? It was another test I was very much looking forward to. How is he going to handle Marcus Smart? The savvy, physical Marcus Smart. And the Lakers tried their best. They applied a lot of ball pressure on Tyler. And for the most part, I thought he passed the test. 8 points, 4 dimes to Tyler. He gave the Knicks much-needed playmaking when Jalen was on the bench. So, like, those guys, man, when you factor in Shamet, his shot-making ability, Kolek, Diawara, like, all those guys, like, you can understand why Clarkson is not playing. Right. He will get his moments, but right now it's just not it. When Deuce comes back, it's going to be even harder. So, look, for right now, Clarkson will get his time, but overall, this is another full squad effort tonight where everybody contributed. Everybody that played, I thought, contributed by and large. Diawara's minutes was kind of tough for him. He had tough job, handling LeBron and Luka and stuff like that. But by and large, I thought everybody really contributed in a positive way, man. Great win. Good win for the squad, man.
Yeah, very well said, man. It was a great overall team win. Definitely with OG, Shamet, and Hart leading the way. I believe that they had 68 of the 112 points tonight. So those guys were really carrying it, though. But like I said, like, the one thing you could say, CB, about this entire win is that we saw the lull throughout January. We saw this team be at its lowest point. There was not a moment tonight where I couldn't say anybody was not hustling. From KAT, Brunson, Bridges, all of them were hustling, even when shots weren't falling, and they were all bought in defensively too, which I thought was a very big, critical, telling sign that the Knicks are starting to become healthy and move forward and overcome the adversity that they've been dealing with in January. So good sign to see. And look, it's still the Lakers. Even though Trevor Lane said this is not a team that is going to be hoisting the championship trophy, man. This is still a competitive team. So to go out there and go win against the Lakers, who are 5th in the Western Conference, loaded Western Conference, that is good win for them, man. Very good win.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Lakers have been playing well. Yes, you could say no Austin Reeves. You could also look at the fact that they're on their Grammy West Coast trip, CK, as you know, and they're getting closer to the tail end of it. The road trips get harder as you get further down the road.
8-game road trip is
And-
insane.
It's tough. Yeah, that
Every
Grammy
year.
trip, that
Every
Grammy
year.
trip every year. So, you can point to those things as you look at the 82 game regular season schedule. But from my perspective, and Christopher Abbott said it, you had a ton of Laker fans in there. And when the game started, I didn't know what that for some real talk. Like, it almost felt like a neutral stadium, man, because the Laker fans, they were so mixed in and intertwined with us. It wasn't until the second half when the Knicks started to separate themselves from the Lakers that you finally felt like, wow, okay, now this is feeling like the Garden. So, we hadn't beaten the Lakers in a while at Madison Square Garden. It was time. So regardless of the Lakers' circumstances, I like the way that the Knicks approach this game, attack this game. And he mentioned even with Carl, like, he's still trying to fight for his respect from the referees. He's still trying to figure out his pecking order in this offense. But he's still hustling. He's still playing hard. He's getting his rebounds. And he's still fighting like the rest of these guys are fighting. So, look, give him a lot of credit. You have another winnable game against Washington on Tuesday. And then that game is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's not Monday. It's Tuesday. And then, unfortunately, you get the Nuggets coming in second night of a back-to-back on Wednesday.
Right.
Hey, you play who's in front of you, but that's going to be a big matchup, the biggest matchup of the week, and which starts a tough February where they play a lot of tough teams. You get the All-Star break to kind of break that up a little bit, but it's going to be a tough February for this team.
You get Detroit on Friday and you get Boston. I'll be at that game on Sunday, though. So, Knicks and Boston.
Yeah. And so, listen, man, like, when we look at this now, it's almost like 3 seasons now, right? They started out hot, NBA Cup champs. We dancing on tables and everything. KFTV watch party, everybody's going crazy. Then they lose 9 out of 11 after that, or around that time, and it's doom and gloom. Trade everybody. Now they win 6 in a row. This is the NBA regular season amidst expectations and championship caliber expectations. Look, these guys are going through it. They're going to go through the dog days. They're going to come out of it. February might be another challenge. They might come out of All-Star break hotter. We just got to ride the wave with this team. Hope to see continued progression from guys like a Kolick and hope Towns finds his way in this offense. But again, it's the next season that's really what counts for this team, which is the playoffs. So the hope is you get there healthy and you see some positive trends as you get there. But there's going to be bumps in the road.
Yeah, there's always going to be bumps in the road, man. Look, I just hope that as you pointed out, Knicks are ended healthy, end the season healthy, and just going to the postseason healthy. That's going to be the biggest thing. That's going to be where the biggest test is for the team, CP.
Yeah.
Just to see what they can do and where they do stand in. I just like we had I forget who called in, man. Wondering if we're gonna Hooper.
Oh,
Hooper
yeah.
was wondering
Shout out to Hooper.
Shout out to Hooper. Wondering if we're gonna see something across the ticker with Giannis coming to the Knicks. I don't see it, man. I just don't see it happening.
I don't see it. I think it's a complex trade. The Knicks need a lot of help to make that trade. And again, man, like I can't believe there were some people like I remember I did post that clip with the caller trading OG. It was still like 90% that was like, nah, no way, I'm not trading OG. But there was still some like, oh, this is Giannis. We got to go at, championship and trade everybody. The trade everybody people that don't think about what the roster might look like after that. But even still, man, like, how do you look at a player like OG and say, well, we got to trade him? Because remember, you're not just trading him. You're trading KAT on top of that for the salary, man. And you could look at KAT and he's in a rut right now. That's too much. That's too much for a guy who's over 30 with calf issues that you got to pay $60 million plus, right? You got to pay him after that. That's too much, man. OG's killing right now.
Is that the guy that you're really worried about in that trade? Because it's not just if we have to trade KAT and OG, it's not back.
I would have to think that Leon is smart enough that he would not trade OG in this.
You don't know who would come back in that trade, CK? It'd be CP's favorite player,
Oh,
Kyle
got
Kuzma.
Got it. Got it.
I got too much respect for Leon Rose to think that he would be that dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're looking at a guy who is trying to step up as your number 2. He wants the role. He wants the job. Why would we think about trading a guy when you think about how checked out Towns can be, and you think about how not checked out, but like the lack of aggression from Mikal Bridges, and you have a guy right here, number 8, who's ready to rip down the rim every single time he has the ball. Again, it's not going to be clean every time. But why would we think about trading a guy who's aggressive, a two-way aggressor? That would be hustling backwards. And he's killing. The guy when the guy called in, DJ Letts, he's talking about, oh man, he went 2 for 5 the other night, or he went 2 for 10 the other night. Who cares? Guys get into slumps. It's the NBA. It happens. He's going to get into another one before this regular season is over. And you know what? That is okay. Because it's up here with this guy. He's got it up here. He wants to lead this team. Why would you even think about trading that? It is crazy. He's a dog, man. He's a dog, bro.
And keep in mind, CP, when he was looking to be traded out of Toronto, he wanted a bigger.
Yep, that was his number one thing. Got that immediately with the Knicks. Yep.
Well, he's getting that now, especially when Mike Brown says, "Hey, I want an equal opportunity offense that gives anyone a chance to be the guy on any given night."
Right. So look, and he's benefiting from it. Now it's to the detriment of Carl right now, because Carl's trying to figure that out. He doesn't want to be Sabonis in this role, right? Remember, ISO Tibbs is like, I'm going to give it to Jalen, I'm going to give it to Carl, y'all do what y'all do, and we're going to win games, and I'm going to play 7, 8 guys, and I'm going to play my best guys. And so they're going to win a lot of games. Now, Brown is saying, I want to use this guy as a hub and facilitate through there. And the guy's saying, I don't really, that's not really what I'm trying to do here. They got to come to the middle. Until then, Jalen, OG, Shamet, Deuce. Like, we got guys we can go to. What we have to figure out right now is how do we play defense at a high level, night in and night out. And what Brown is showing, you look again tonight at who closed tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns was nowhere to be found with 4 minutes left in the game.
Yep.
Nowhere to be. He was on the bench. He might have been halfway to Cancun.
Yep. Him and Bridges were on the bench. Yep.
On the bench. Yep. We close it with Mitchie. Now, optically, does it look great when your star players benched? No. From a W's and L's standpoint, you got to do what you got to do.
Thank you.
You got to do what you got to do.
I'm not gonna lie. And CP, we've been hearing this for so many years. CK, you as you as well. People say, like, because it was the same thing with Randall, right? It's like, yo, if he's not playing well, why is he not being benched and let other guys close? We would see like quickly or RJ, guys who were having good nights, just get sacrificed to make sure somebody else who had the name, had the contract, got to close. I would say if you're a Knicks fan, this as an optic shouldn't even bother you. You should be happy about this. A coach who is saying, look, I'm going to play the guys who have earned to close tonight, not the guys who have the name and the contract.
True. Man, listen, man, my guy Mitchie's out there. I'm just happy Mitchie's healthy right now. He's getting every game we get through and Mitchie's healthy is getting closer to the playoffs, and he's just holding it down. Give credit to Ayton. I thought Ayton did a good job for the Lakers, especially in the first half. But Mitchie held it down, man, in that second half. And look, if we got to close with him, we got to close with him. So I'm good with it.
I will give KAT some credit here, because in the first half, he was embracing that hub role pretty well. You saw him get like double, triple teamed, and next thing you know, you see him finding Bridges, who was cutting down the middle of the lane against that layup.
Yeah.
So he is trying, man. He is trying. It's still a work in progress, but he is trying. I'm going to give him that credit, man, where he's trying to figure it out. It's not going to look pretty on the stat sheet, especially for the contract and what you expect out of him, but he is trying to acquiesce to a degree.
Jimmy J on the YouTube chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way, man. 2,600 people in the chat, man. Rocking with the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Home of 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, I left the plaque at home. I left the plaque. I should have carried the plaque with me on the road, but you guys know what it is, man. For the fans, by the fans. 2,600 people in the chat. Throw your cities, throw your countries, throw your flags in the chat. Let us know where you guys are checking in from, and we will shout you guys out. But, Jimmy J in the chat, he says, CP, you really think these guys can win the chip without Towns being your #2? And no, that's not what I'm saying, Jimmy J and the rest of the people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they have time to figure it out with him. You got mad time right now. You got 2 more months to figure it out.
Holy cow, 2 more months.
And playoff things change. And so, but what I am saying is right now, OG is emerging as a guy. Jalen is standard. So you continue to roll with those guys to win games in the regular season. Now, when the postseason comes, you are going to need Towns. And maybe he's not going to be at the all-star level. What we need from him is timely hoops. Because what this Knicks team needs to do, especially in the postseason, is lock in defensively. If they lock in defensively, you have more than enough offense to go around and keep you in a game. You're still going to need Carl. You're going to need Jalen. You're going to need your 2 guys. But what I'm saying is they have time to get Carl up to speed and into a spot where he's comfortable contributing to this team. That's what I mean. Of course, they can't win it. They can't win it all without him being one of their top guys. But they can tread water right now. Especially if their defense is playing at a high level. And right now, over these last 6 games, fellas, we've seen it, man.
Been great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Al, who you want to shout out in the chat, man?
Shout out to, who's it? We got Nico James. Shout out to you from he's in Jamaica right now, man. Throwing up the Jamaican flag.
Hey, big up yourself,
Let's
man.
go, man. Who else we got in the chat? We got Beats
Japan
Rhymes.
Japan J checking in from Tokyo.
Yeah, we got Beats Rhyme Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. Shout out to you. We got Ray Nobleza from South River, New Jersey. Who else we got in here, man? We got King Blaze from the BX. Let's go. We got Ty Busy from Harlem World. We got Ron Bees from Charlotte, North Carolina. We got LP always in the chat. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel.
Shout out LP.
From Austin, Texas, man. Representing Austin as always. Who else we got in here?
Shout out Rico Solomon checking in from Saudi Arabia, man. Salute to the troops.
We got Vincent in here from Rockland County. Shout out to you.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Lenkich checking in from Australia, man. Shout out to Lenkich. They don't miss the show, man. White Lotus, is that my guy, Greg? I don't know if we confirm that. Greg, is that you? White Lotus checking in from Vietnam, man.
Dr. D. Roy Bromwell from H-Town, man.
Yo, shout out to H-Town, man. Everybody in H-Town. And rest in peace to Michael 5,000 watts. Legend, man. We lost a legend over the weekend. We lost a couple legends, man. We lost Lamont from Sanford and Son. That was before your times, CK and Alex. That was a little before my time, but I still, that was a little Sanford and Son. Come on, man. You wasn't watching that. That was before your time. That was before my time.
You big dummy.
Yeah, Lamont passed away, so yeah, man. So rest in peace to Lamont. Rest in peace to 5,000 watts, man. A cultural icon out of Houston, Texas, man. Out of Screwston, Texas, and really carried the torch after DJ Screw passed away, man. So rest in peace to 5,000 watts, man. Absolutely, man. Big loss. Absolutely big loss. For sure, man. Who else? We got our guy from Snoqualmie, Washington. Shout out to Samir Soriano in the building. Shout out to Samir. Who else we got here? All our franchise channel members. Ty Busy. See you.
Everywhere, man.
Yeah, man. We everywhere. Al, where do we leave off on the super chats? And then we'll get to key stats of the night.
We left off. Let's see where we left off. Hold on 1 second.
Did we get BKGZ?
We left off at Ty Witt. Yeah, we left off at Ty Witt. So we should.
Ty Witt.
Yeah, so we should be at Chef Gun. Shout out to Chef Guns for being
Welcome,
a franchise
Chef
channel member.
Guns.
So Del
Yeah.
Del Will is where we're now at for
Okay.
Chef.
Del Will says, worst part of this
Yeah.
game was listening to Reggie glazing Luka and LBJ all
Oh my
night.
God, man.
Well,
Thank God
listen,
they had
man.
Jamal Crawford.
thank God for JC. Thank God for CK calling play-by-play on KFTV. And thank God I was at the game, so I didn't have to listen to Reggie at all.
That's the best one of them. Yeah.
Best part of all. Best part of all. I did see when, I guess LeBron must have had an alley-oop in the third quarter or something, and Reggie was like going crazy. Reggie got up out of his seat. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. But shout out to JC, man. I like that he's taking that leap in his broadcasting career. Stand-up guy, and he deserves everything that's coming to him, man. Just an absolute student of the game and a basketball lifer is Jamal Crawford. And he gave the city everything, super talented. But now as a broadcaster, I definitely appreciate his efforts and his talent. Shout out to JC, man. Very good at
it.
guy.
Really,
Yeah, JC's good at it, man.
Yeah, I bummed he didn't get a Mike Breen contract because I wish he stayed with MSG, man. That was he was really good. He was really good.
Well, the thing is with Clyde is like, it's kind of sewed up right now until Clyde retires. So maybe we see JC come back. You never know.
He could have had that. Novak's doing great, but he could have that Novak role. Like, Clyde's out. He could have slid in, but I get it.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him. I love JC, man. He's Jamal Crawford. I just love the things that he brings to it. He talks about moments that you're not even really thinking about when you're watching the game. I don't know. He surprised me. He's been great on the call for sure.
For sure. Well, let's see. We got Del Will. Shout out to Dr. D-Roy. He says Shamet is doing great work, but you can't compare his game to Bridges. The things Bridges does on the court, Shamet wouldn't survive as a defender. You think so? I don't know, man. I've seen Shamet. Shamet goes hard, man. Especially when it comes to those screens and navigating screens. I think Shamet puts it on the line. I'm not going to say that he's better than Mikal Bridges or deserves those minutes, but hey, he's giving it to you right now, man.
I would like to ask the resident president of the Mikal Bridges Hive how he feels about that comment.
I have a call to make. They said don't. Okay. So, all right. We are. I talked to the delegation. We've said that we are going to, congratulate Shammy. He had a great game today. Mikal Bridges had an off game, and we will circle back around on this in the upcoming week. That's our answer. Thank you.
He is abstaining from answering these questions.
Yeah. I mean, Shamet he can be a very efficient player. It's hard to deny him minutes. It's very hard to deny minutes. And one thing you could say, he is more aggressive than Mikal. And Mikal's aggression waned. It could be up, it could be down. You don't know what you're gonna get every night. Shamet, make or miss, he knows his job, he knows his role, and he's gonna try to get it done for you, man. I just love the minutes that he's playing, man. Well deserved.
I figured it out. This is how you get Mikal to play more aggressive every night.
Yeah.
If you tell him he plays aggressive every single night, he'll be rewarded with Chipotle right afterwards.
So look, so I had Chipotle earlier. Actually, it was rather good. It was pretty good. Yeah. I had Chipotle 2 days in a row. Rather, I did. Yeah.
Oh, now you're on that Bridges wave, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's like because it's like you just very much on the go. And so it's like sometimes I do cook a lot, but sometimes I just don't have time. So for when I have to go real fast,
we get it.
Yeah, when I got to go real fast, I just you got to do what you got to do. It's not the preferred route, but I just
What are you getting? You getting a burrito bowl? What do you?
I can't do it. If I can't, bro. I kid you not. True story. In the history of Chipotle, I've gotten one burrito in my entire life from Chipotle, and I've eaten thousands of Chipotle. I got one burrito one time when I was in the corporate where I was working. It was the heaviest thing I ever ate, and I said, nah.
It was a rough day. Yeah.
I eat burrito bowls from here on out. Every now and again, I'll eat the tacos, but I just go burrito bowl, man. Just get some brown rice, black beans, chicken, and this is the trick. I'll give you a little inside trick. This is what I do all the time. I did it today, so that's why I laughed. So instead of paying for the double chicken, when they scoop the chicken in and they slide it to the next guy, I'll go back. I'll just say, yo, just give me a little bit more, man.
Yeah,
that's how you avoid.
Everyone should know that trick. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only
yo,
trick in the book,
excuse me.
man.
You just
Yeah,
ask them politely, be like, hey, this, it's a little light on the chicken.
Yeah.
Just throw a little more in there. Not double, it's just a little more. It's like a
they'll give
little
you
half a
scoop.
double.
Yeah, 100%. But they'll give you a whole scoop. You're asking for a little bit, and then they're like, oh, sorry. Then you get a whole second scoop. Yeah.
CK knows the Chipotle hack. Never pay for the double. Just ask for a little bit more. They're not going to tell you no. I'm the paying customer. You're not going to tell me no. So, every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, well, we got to charge you double. I said, I didn't ask for double. I asked for a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Yep.
Knowledge,
100%.
Alex. Knowledge.
100%.
Try that at Chipotle up in B-Town. Try it up in Boston. Just a little bit more. Just, yeah, you just do this. Just give me a little.
Not gonna lie,
That's
they'd
it.
probably be happy. When you look at somebody who works out here in B-Town, the Chipotle's are kind of like, man, you're asking. Damn.
Yeah, that's it. So then they slide it down. I get the mild.
Yep. Yeah.
The mild salsa. I'll get the hot salsa. Because the mild is just like tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, right? I don't really consider it. Yeah, it's just a little pico de gallo. So I don't really consider it a salsa. But then I'll get the hot sauce. Give me the hot, right? Hold the sour cream. I'm not a sour cream guy. You know what I'm saying? I can't take that. I'll be, dropping an album in like 13 seconds. So I hold. Yeah. That's what we call it. You drop a hot 16. Yeah. You put that sour cream on there.
Know this, man.
Yeah, it's out of there quickly. So I might, if I'm in the mood, I'll go again a little bit of sour cream. Because if you tell them sour cream, bro, they'll dump
They go in. Yes.
big old
They do
gallon on
bro.
your thing. Yeah, you're crushed.
Yeah.
Your stomach is hating you for it, right? So skip that. I'll get the corn. I get the cheese. Yeah, I gotta take a look at what the guac is looking like. Sometimes it'll be browned up. Nah, I'm good. I'll skip. I got avocados at home. I'll supplement, and then I'll get the lettuce. That's my order. That's it. I just get the chicken, man. I just get the chicken.
Now here's the real question. I don't know if you guys have seen this store. I know we're going a little off the rails now.
Yeah.
There's Chipotle. Out here we got Qdoba. There's Moe's. CK, do you know about Qdoba?
I love Qdoba.
Okay.
Bro, I'm in Cali, bro. We got.
No, you're in Cali. CK got real Mexican food, bro.
Yeah, Chipotle's as far like chain. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Outside of that,
it'd be like getting Pizza Hut in New York City.
That's it. Yeah. CK got the real shit. He got the real stuff, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I had Qdoba like maybe once. Like when you're working in the city, you try out the new ones. Like I used to do Moe's. Now, welcome to Moe's. I like the customer service. The hospitality is a little better. You walk in and welcome to Moe's. It's nice. It makes you want to order there. You know what I mean? But Moe's is still open, but I haven't really rocked with it. I haven't really rocked with Qdoba like that.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're open like that. In the city, you got like Dos Toros. You know what I mean?
There's a Qdoba around by me, and I don't know. I like Chipotle more than Qdoba.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, well, we went off the rails, but that was a constructive conversation. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Constructive dialogue, even if it's not about the Knicks.
Yeah, but we're just trying to put you guys on, to be honest with you. Josh Hart and Mikhail, they just talk about Chipotle, but they don't really give you the secrets. CP just gave you the biggest hint of them all, man. That's something.
No double. Just
you just look at it's like, can I just get like a few more? Then they give you a whole scoop. That's what you say. No, it's I've been doing this
because then you make them think like, damn, I didn't give them enough. Damn, I didn't do my job.
That's 100%.
You put it back on them. You put the pressure back on them.
And they cave every time. They'll cave every time.
Every time, Alex. It works every time.
You know what's funny?
Facts.
God forbid the CEO of Qdoba's watching.
They're watching.
Right now. He's like, oh my God, we've been doing this.
Hey, you never know. You never know who's watching. That's very much a possibility.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's
so
very
true.
much a possibility.
That's so true.
So anyway, man, as we keep going through the super chats, we'll get to the key stats tonight. Shout out to Empire, $20 super chat says CP, you came in on fire. You ain't never lied, man. Yeah, 16. I don't know if he's talking about the Chipotle takes or my Nick takes, but either way, it's all good. Shout out to Empire though for supporting the show. And as a franchise channel member, we appreciate them. Okay, who else we got here? We're going to keep it going. GBXL, $5 super chat, says, can we petition OG for a Nike deal? Hell, I'll take Reebok. Those slippery Skechers gotta go. Yeah, OG's he's the latest cover athlete for the Skechers gang, joining Julius Randle and Joel Embiid. And do we have more athletes? CKL,
Norman Powell.
You know anybody?
Norman Powell.
No, Norman.
Eastern Conference All-Star Norman Powell. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was a little. Yeah, it's a little interesting. Skechers jumping into the mix. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever makes it work. But maybe.
Oh, here we go. There's also some others. Let's see. The Brands basketball division also includes Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Isaiah Hartenstein, Jabari Walker,
you're going down
and
the wrong
Josh
way.
Green.
Yeah. But I was naming, key players.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people who are out there, man.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. I mean, you could probably point to that as part of Nike's demise, man. Nike, their stock ain't been doing well, and overall just hasn't been able to maintain its stronghold. But you got other players in the marketplace now. Cooper Flag is with New Balance,
right?
Yep, New Balance,
I think isn't Kawhi with New Balance? Yeah, you got Puma in the mix.
Maxey.
Yeah.
Puma's got LaMelo. RJ's a Puma guy. A lot of guys. So, where's Maxey?
Maxey's with New Balance. Yeah. Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, sign of the times, man. Changing of the guard.
Nike is
no
not
longer
for sure. Yep, Nike ain't for sure anymore, man.
Nike is not for sure at all. Okay, let's see who else we got here. Charlie Vogel, welcome to the franchise channel members. Charlie, shout out to Jacob Mador, 6123 says Knicks have a tough schedule ahead, back-to-backs and tough games. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Shout out to MA007, $5 super chat says, I appreciate the defensive communication. It's been productive. On one play, you see McCall talking to Brunson defensively, and it led to a stop. I love it. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Like I said, over that 11-game tough stretch, the defense was woeful, but we knew that they weren't as bad as like those bottom dwellers of the NBA that they were compared with. They just had to play better, lead with their effort, their communication. You see Brendan O'Connor, the defense coordinator, all the time trying to encourage these guys to keep talking. And so, yeah, just those little things, man. Attention to detail, as Jalen Brunson says, will certainly go a long way. So even he is getting in on it. Who won the defensive play of the game tonight?
Oh, yeah. Good call. Let's find out.
Oh, Josh Hart.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah, producer Gamba, if you can find that. Josh Hart.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. I had a feeling Hart was going to get it tonight. I had a feeling Josh was going to get it tonight. And he only registered a block. But, hey, Mike Brown probably liked what he saw in other areas of the game. OG had 3 steals. KAT had 2 steals. Brunson and McCall had a steal each. Mitchie had a block. Josh Hart goes home with it, man. Josh Hart goes home with the defense. There he is right there, as you see. McCall Bridges ushering him in, as usual. There's Hart, okay.
That's McCall's smile continues to get larger and larger as the winning streaks continue.
So wait, where's Cap? Do we have the picture of Cap? What's he doing in this picture right now? Because I don't see him in the direct shot.
No,
okay, so he's
McBride doing. McBride.
It looks like Cap is hiding behind. Is that him behind Jemison? I think that's Cap behind Jemison. There he goes. Okay.
What's McBride doing, man? Yeah. He's the one creeping right behind Josh Hart.
Yeah, Deuce is chilling.
Oh yeah.
My guy Cardiac looks like he lost his dog. He's down and out, boy. Those DMPs is starting to wear on him. Look, he's not even looking at the camera no more, and he's Cardiac.
Landry out there trying to get his IG followers up.
Yeah.
I mean, brother, we get it, my dog. Like, you had a night. We understand,
bro. This has been like every game,
man.
Landry trying to get that GQ deal next.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's capitalizing. You said you're gonna remember this 23-point night. Oh, Landry.
Hey, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look at my man Cardiac. You're not even looking at the camera, boy. Damn. My man, yeah, man, him and Yabusele, they parked them on the bench. They didn't even say like, all right, sit here, sit. They put them at the end of the bench in the black t-shirts. Like, yeah,
right.
I'm not getting it. All the way down, all the way down. I said, damn, that's crazy. So yeah, that's how it could be, man. That's how it could be. So shout out to Josh.
Another night where the politicking by Mike Brown for Jalen Brunson to win the award, not going to work.
Not going to work. Cap's going to get it. He's going to get it. Don't worry.
He's not going to get it. You can keep believing that, my man.
He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it.
Cap is going to get it, man. We've already issued the challenge. We've issued the Mamba challenge to Jalen Brunson. He's going to get it, man.
He's not going to get it.
Don't you worry.
I'm not worrying. I'm just letting you know. He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it, man.
CK, you're not a believer? You don't think Brunson's going to get it?
He's not getting. No. We got to play. We got to play on a night where the point guard is, hurt, man. He's not getting attempts. He's not getting attempts.
I think Cap is going to get that award, fellas. I really do. I really do. I think we're going to be surprised, man.
You can't ask this man to guard the worst offensive player, like an Isaac Okoro, and then be like, all right, man, you did great defense. Let's go. You did great defense tonight. He had 0 points. You did phenomenal, kid.
They're going to do it right before the playoffs start to get him motivated. They're going to do it right before the playoffs start to get him motivated. Yeah.
I like the Where's Waldo bit. Let's just keep that going. Him hiding. We got to find him every night. Let's just keep that going.
No doubt.
Just don't be too close to Landry Shamet. If he moving like this in these pictures now, we got to stay away.
Chaotic Anime says it ain't happening, bro. Just accept it. I'm telling you, all right.
Yeah, what's his
All
name?
right. Shout out to William Burton, fellas. $20 super chat. Fan charge channel member says, CP, this is to help with the fine Alex levied for you for being 20 minutes late. Yeah, well, appreciate it. Listen, man. Listen, the city right now is covered in snow. It's hard to move. It's hard to park. You got full lanes getting cut off. You got to maneuver. You got to pull maneuvers, man. It's a lot of extra traffic right now because there's literally snow taking up parking spots. We got no space in the city, fellas. Like there's nowhere to put any of the snow that just dropped from the other day. It just piles and piles every street, every block. So, I did my best. I had to maneuver out there, and so I still got it. How many minutes was I from the time I said that? Was it 30, 35?
You were 20 late from your 20-minute time prediction.
Oh, shit. So we're talking about 40 minutes?
We're talking 40 minutes, my guy.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Damn. Well,
You went back to the island time, my guy.
I'll say pre-snow, I would have made it in 20 minutes. Pre-snow, I would have made it in 20 minutes. But, you got to drive safe, too. So there's that. Okay, we're keeping it pushing, and we're going to get to the key stats of the night.
We got a lot of callers on the line too, my man.
Okay, no problem. We'll get to them. We'll get to them for sure. Everybody hang tight. We'll get to all the callers. I see all the callers. All of our regulars are there, so we'll get to them. Shout out to Cedric Melbourne, $10 super chat. Franchise channel member says the real question is, when will KAT get the Defensive Player of the Game award? Well, he got it in the NBA Cup final.
He did.
If we're going to count that.
We are counting.
He did get it. KAT did get it. He did get one. So KAT, give credit. KAT did get one. So Captain Clutch is up next. I believe it. Shout out to Sunny Dog, fellas. Gifted more franchise channel memberships. Again, Sunny Dog gifted, I think 5 today. So shout out to Sunny Dog, a franchise channel member, and thank you for your support of the show. Okay, we keeping it rolling. Let's see. Dr. D-Roy says, a caller earlier said to give Shamet Bridges his minutes, and that's drunk talk. Love Shamet, but over an entire season, Bridges is showing up for the team. Look, they can both make this team better. I don't think it needs to be a one over the other. They can both do it, and they're both doing it. Bridges is getting the start. He's doing his thing. Shamet off the bench, playing excellent. Just keep it that way. I don't think it needs to change. Whoever finishes is going to be the hotter player. And Mike Brown is showing you that tonight. Shamet did close. Shout out to CL Kenrick, $5 super chat. Says, yeah, Reggie smothered Jay Crawford on that alley-oop play. Like, Reggie, sit your ass down. We know Reggie's a Nick hater, low-key. Yeah, he tries to do anything for the camera, for the gram. That's just Reggie for you. So, Shout out to CL Kendrick for the $5 super chat. Ty Busy 122 franchise channel $10 super chat says difference between Bridges and Shamet. Defensively, Shamet has no problem punching above his weight. Bridges at times is suspect. Your thoughts, fellas? I agree with that.
Yeah, I think Shamet is the more aggressive guy for sure. That's what, like,
Yeah.
even fighting around screens, he's willing to be more physical. I mean, look, he's willing to express, I guess, his dominance by being shirtless in all these photos for defensive player of the games. But look, when I watch Shamet play, it's just the intensity that he brings defensively. It's like what was also missed when he was injured too. Like a guy who was willing to play 110 miles per hour and just constantly play physical and not worry about who's in front of him. So I think Shamet defensively is the more aggressive player than Bridges. But when you're looking for a more well-rounded player, it's Bridges. Like Bridges is the more well-rounded player. The issue is that he's just not as aggressive. But that's where you gotta like Shamet, the hustle, and that's why Mike Brown continues to go to him, man. Is that he constantly plays off ball, on ball, like whatever you need him to do, he's willing to do that and give you 110% effort. So Shamet, by far though, is the more aggressive player when it comes to defense.
I'm allowed to answer this one. Myself and the delegation agree that in the months of December, January, maybe a little bit of February, Shamet is the more physical defender. In a spot where he's that's what I'm saying. Listen, he's trying to making sure that he solidifies his spot. Remember, he's still coming back from the injury, doing great things right now. But myself and the delegation say when it comes playoff time, Bridges will make that uptick. So we saw it last year. Shot to Boston twice. So we'll see. But definitely. In his role, he has to. It's different for a Shamet than for Bridges. I mean, maybe that's why it's good that Mike Brown is doing a great job at keeping these guys accountable. And like CP mentioned, having those guys sit down because Shamet's playing well throughout the game. Have him sit, do his thing. But he has to, because we talked about it, Alex. We talked about who are going to be those guys on the other side of the bench. Deuce is on his way back. You know what I mean? We're in trade deadline season. If a move is made, we don't want it to be, but if a move is made for another guard, that's going to Shamet's going to be fine for a spot the same way come Thursday, come Friday. So yeah, he has to be more physical with the situation he's in right now in February and in January and in December. That's what it takes for you to get your minutes and get play time in the NBA. Josh Hart, Jordan Clarkson will tell you about that.
Yeah,
you got to do the extra things.
Nothing serious with Deuce from what I'm hearing. Just more maintenance and just rest, soreness from the injuries, the ankle injury and stuff like that. But nothing crazy with Deuce. Kind of just resting it up, and like Mitch and like everybody else, they're just being responsible and being cautious with these guys. No need to push them at this stage of the game. So Deuce should be back any day now.
As long as no new injuries, so that's good.
No new injuries. No new injuries. Just general soreness right now. Shout out King Matthews, $5 super chat. Says great W for the Knicks. Salute CK2K the killer. Alex the stat man. CP the damn franchise. Sham Wow in full effect. See ya in DC on the Tuesday matchup. Salute to King Matthews on the check-in, man. Appreciate the support. Steven Santiago, 1631, $5 super chat. Says, great W. Let's keep it rolling. CP, take the lady and the fam to Playa Betty's on the Upper West Side and be sure to try the Palomas and thank me later. Okay, so Playa Betty. So Steven Santiago throwing his recommendation in the mix. Shout out to him.
You didn't recommend any food, though.
Yeah, I think he said I guess the Palomas is what we got to get.
Drink. That's a drink.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a Paloma's a drink. He didn't recommend any food. What you trying?
Okay.
You got a drink to enjoy the food? Wait a minute, man. We got
what's the place in LIC again? Yeah, Casa Enrique's. That's our go-to right now in Long Island City. Great food. Great food. Always on the money. I never had a bad meal yet at that place. I typically get the same thing and when I go to a lot of these restaurants, but Casa Enrique, Long Island City, you can't lose. But Steven Santiago, we're going to try that. Playa Betty's, we're going to try that out. Now, CK, you're right. I don't know if Steven is saying, go there and try the drinks or go there and get the food. Two different things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It mattered. It matters.
Yep. Yeah. Mr. I Channel, yes, we will be doing a watch party for the Detroit game. Absolutely. You already know. Watch party season is back. We will be back to kick off 2026 against the Detroit Pistons next week. So look out for the announcement for that. number one watch party for the fans by the fans will be back. Shout out to Cedric Melbourne. Okay, got that one already. And I got, Empire says my neighborhood had a blackout in Brooklyn because of the snow. 2 days. Damn. 2 days, Con Ed ain't get back to you. That's rough. 2 days with no power. Damn.
So make sure you pay that bill on time.
Yeah, for sure. Did we get to the key stats yet, Al?
No, not yet.
All right, let's get to the key stats, and then we'll close it out with our callers. Key stats of the night, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you guys by Z-Biotics. Knicks shot 47% from the field, 45% for the Lakers. Here was a difference here. 43% from downtown. The Knicks shot 18 of 42. Both teams took 42 threes. Lakers shot 29% from downtown. Charity stripe wasn't too kind for the Knicks. Only 11 attempts, 73% from the charity stripe to 63 for the Lakers. Knicks did win the rebounding battle, 46-36. 30 assists for the Knicks on 43 made field goals. Great offense, efficient night for the Knicks, and good ball movement as well. And then turnovers, fellas, back to keeping it low. 10 turnovers, only leading to 10 Laker points, but the Knicks very opportunistic. 11 Laker turnovers leading to 19 Knicks points. So great job by the Knicks there. They also won the fast break battle 16-7. Won the points in the paint battle 46-40. And then largest leader of the night, 13 for the Knicks, 9 for the Lakers, and kind of even in terms of how this game went. Knicks just pulled ahead in that second half. Al, what was your notable stat, man?
Biggest takeaway was the fast break points. Talked about it with Trevor Lane on the game preview yesterday. Both these teams are pretty slow when it comes to pace of the game. And I said to him, outside of rebounding, the biggest one was who's going to take the easy opportunities in tonight's matchup, which leads to fast break points. And tonight was the New York Knicks, man. 16-7 now. It's not like it's not, a mountain that they create out of here, out of fast break opportunities, but still to see the Knicks just greatly outpace the Lakers with regards to speed in order to get these easy buckets. That's what you want to see on a night-to-night basis. 16-7 is still a good still a good difference in the game. And then the other one for me is obviously the rebounding battle, which talked about with Trevor Lane as well, where I said, look, if whoever wins the rebounding battle is going to be the team that most likely wins, and which leads to second chance opportunities. Knicks did that tonight as well, 46-36. So those are my two key stats for tonight.
Well done.
CK, how about you, man?
The same way that Landry Shamet is impacting his Instagram page today after that post with the picture, he impacted my favorite stat of the night, and that was the bench points, man. I say it all the time, especially when nights where Deuce McBride is not available. I'm always looking at the bench. Who's going to be the guy or guys, and that's going to help provide, because we need bench points for us to stay in these games. And I think that Landry Shamet, as we talked about, my role player of the game, did a great job with that. Also, we cannot forget Tyler Kolek in that first half. Love that we beat them in the bench point battle, 34-23. Again, yeah, bench points to me are huge. And then if I were to have a second one, points off of turnovers, because we talked so much about how much we turned the ball over. We're going back to what worked for us leading up to the NBA Cup, and that was scoring off of turnovers, because points off of turnovers, more times than not, equals good defense being played. So those are my two favorite stats, for sure.
Yeah, good one. For me, I'm going to go with the turnovers, man. They kept it low again and limited the damage, most importantly. They did that against Portland, and they did that against the Lakers. This is who this Knicks team is, by and large, when you have Brunson at the helm, and then when Kolek comes in as well. You got to limit the damage off for those turnovers. You don't want to give the other team any more ammunition to kill you and any momentum in these games. So great job by the Knicks really taking care of the ball, because that will allow you to stay in these games when you're down and trying to get back into it. So I think overall, good job there. The key stats of the night, ladies and gentlemen, man, brought to you guys by Z-Biotics, man. Shout out to Z-Biotics, the scientific pre-alcohol drink. Now, listen, fellas, I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm not a young whippersnapper like you guys, man. So when I do go out, yeah, I like to turn up. I like to do my thing, but it's kind of hard to recover sometimes. But that's where Z-Biotics comes in, man. As I said, the scientific pre-alcohol drink. You take it before you turn up for the night, And trust me, you're going to be good in the morning, man. A lot of us, you got responsibilities. You got to take the kids to school. You got to get some work done the next day. You got to get to the gym, all these type of things. We all got a lot of responsibilities. So taking the Z Biotics after a night out will certainly help you later. Because like I said, if you're like me, as you get older, it gets harder and harder to recover from those nights. You know, you have a lot of fun, but it gets harder to recover. But you take one of those Z Biotics, and trust me, you will feel much better in the morning. And for our subscribers, for our viewers rather, head over to zbiotics.com/KFTV for 15% off your order. And let them know, man, the good people at KFTV sent you. So once again, shout out to Z Biotics for sponsoring today's show. And the website again is zbiotics.com/KFTV for 15% off your order. All right, shout out to our guys at Z Biotics, man. Make the most out of every toast. Just don't forget your Z Biotics. Okay. Oh, we got a $100 super chat in the building, man, from our guy, Jason Woke producer, franchise channel member. $100 super chat says, good grit. Diawara showcase in full effect these days. His value has increased, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's a key piece to upgrade from Yabusele. Well, the Yabusele, I was about to say Yabusele. The Yabusele showcase is officially over, fellas. He's locked at another. You would call it a regular, DMP. Did he get in the scrub time?
No,
he probably did. I wasn't really paying attention.
No, he didn't. Jemison got in. He didn't go.
So the Yabusele showcase is all the way over. He didn't even get in garbage time. They probably didn't want to disrespect him. That's probably why. Yep. Yeah. No, look, I thought, Diawara, he had some trouble there in that second quarter. He picked up a cheap foul on LeBron James. They isolated him against LeBron James. He picked up a cheap foul. He picked up another one. Like, everybody just kind of just using their savvy. And that's where being a rookie plays into it. He picked up another cheap foul. Marcus Smart doing the rip through, seeing that he was coming with help. And then he got another one with Luka Doncic driving the baseline, just got him on the arm with the cheap one. So, he's got to work on just being a bit more savvy. That'll come with experience. But by and large, I always like the prospects of having him out there from a defensive standpoint. Yeah, he's going to make his mistakes, but his size alone, when you throw him out there with OG and Bridges and Mitch at times, hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for watching the project and seeing how it goes.
Yeah. And I was saying to Alex earlier too, he's a lot better of a shooter than he gets credit for, man. He a lot of those times he pulls those confident threes and they go down. He's been shooting pretty well. Like you just talked about him having that unfortunate error, those unfortunate errors, but right in the mix of all that, he laced a nice three to keep the Knicks in it when we were struggling a little bit. So yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't see why he shouldn't be a part of the rotation, even if it is like a 8, 9, 10 minute spot. Yeah, I completely agree. You got to get in there.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool.
Steven Santiago, $5 super chat says the taco emoji implies to try the food. CK, that's what I thought. He said so. He did throw the taco out there.
I apologize.
He said he says it's Cali style Mexican food. I lived in Cali for short of a decade. Not bad at all, and great. He said great at spot. So I don't know if that's after hours or great spot. So, I mean, okay. So, look, we'll take Steven's word for it. He knows. He's lived in Cali, so he's had the best. So, okay, that's a good recommendation, man. Playa Betty. We're going to try that Upper West Side. Shout out to Steven Santiago for the recommendation once again. Salute to Steven. So to Brahman, 11, franchise channel member, $10 super chat. Says, CP, say what you want. I still want KAT to get out of town. Well, the thing is this, man, like for everybody that wants to trade KAT, it's as simple as this. Are you getting better when you trade him? We don't need more role players. We don't need more depth. We need all-star for all-star. That's what you did when you traded Julius for KAT. All-star for all-star. If you're not selling me on that, it makes no sense for where this team is going. You're not going to close your championship window to just get a bunch of scraps in here for Karl Anthony Towns. Makes no sense. So there that is. All right, man. Let's get to the callers, man. Let's get to them. Here we go. Rapid fire, we're running them off. Grabba on the Discord. You up first, man. Grabba, what's good?
I'm in the spot.
You in the place, man. You in the place.
Alex, CP, how y'all doing tonight, man?
Great, man. We got the win, man. We beat the Lakers, you know?
Yeah, got the I was in the building, man. I had the KAT jersey on, man. It didn't do my brother no good, though, man.
Oh, man. Damn. Yo, you ain't hit me up, Grabba, man. What's up, man? I was in the building. Why you ain't holler at me, man?
I hit you up on the gram. You, I don't got that cachet yet, man. You ain't read my joint, man. I hit you up on the gram.
Yeah,
I got that cachet yet. It's all good,
when I'm at the game, I'm locked in, man. You got to hit me before the game. You got to hit me before the game.
I got you. I'll catch you at the next one. But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it was just LeBron fans or if it was actual real Lakers fans, but it almost seemed like 50-50 at like the beginning of the game.
It was heavy in there, man. We were surrounded. That's how those games are.
I was in the 227 section, and literally like everybody that was sitting around me was Lakers fans. Like it was crazy. But I'm just happy the boys got the dub. I think everybody just played their role. Jalen was the point guard. KAT, Mitch, they was the bigs. You had the wings out there doing their thing. And, Tyler coming off the bench. And Landry, man. Landry's he's been huge, man. Hitting these threes, playing some real gritty defense. I thought Luka took the show from LeBron, put his little Luka magic. But, it's my first time seeing one of the GOATs. So it was a cool thing. So, hopefully if it's his last one, hopefully, I'm happy I got to see that. So just a good night at the Garden, man. Good dub. Let's keep it rolling on Tuesday. I'm gonna highlight you. Everybody have a good night, man.
Let's go. Grabba on the Discord. Yeah, man. Laker fans was in there heavy. This is the hottest ticket of the year. Shout out to my guy Phil. When we walked in at the Garden, I ran into Phil and I was like, yo, what you doing? My guy Phil, he still ain't get his ticket yet. He was waiting until, some people are last minute. They try to get those last minute deals. Yeah. I don't know what he ended up paying for it, but with Knicks Lakers, I don't know if you're going to get those. You got to look. Right. Yeah, you got to look very carefully across all those platforms. SeatGeek first and foremost. Use our code KFTV10, 10% off. But yeah, my guy Phil, he was still in the lobby looking for his ticket. So yeah, it was one of those. But I got. Oh, hang on. I got my joints at the beginning of the year. I got my joints as soon as all the tickets go on sale. You gotta get that. I get my home opener joints, and I get my Laker tickets. Yeah, gotta get those. You gotta get those early, man.
If it makes you feel better, it's the same out here. As a Knicks fan going to a Laker game, we take over. So it's the same thing. I don't know if you guys hear it on TV, but Knicks fans at Laker games here at Staples or whatever it's called on crypto.com, it's still about 50-50. So we get our lick back. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we get our lick back.
For sure. Okay, moving through the phones. All right, appreciate Grabba. Let's get to the MSG report. STG Nick, how are you, man? Do we have STG going once? STG going twice? Okay, we'll drop STG. Knicksfix, go ahead. Mute your mic. Are we hearing Knicksfix?
Nope.
No. All right, Knicksfix. We'll drop you off. Go ahead and reconnect. STG will drop you off. Go ahead and reconnect. Let's get to Yuri. Yuri, you up next, man.
We smoking on that LA pad.
Let's go.
East Coast win this time, brother. Not West Coast.
Let's go.
Get them bums
Talk about it.
Get them bums out of MSG. Do me a favor, please. Get them out of here. Man.
Pack them up.
Pack them up. You want to tell me that the Lakers had more free throws than the Knicks tonight, and apparently KAT was getting manhandled. Yeah. Props to him for out-rebounding DeAndre Ayton, though. Softy motherfucker.
Yeah. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12:02, Yuri. It's 12:02. It's after dark, but all right. Let's chill. Let's keep it a family show.
All right, family show. I loved the killer instinct that the Knicks showed in the second half. Put their foots on their necks. Don't even let them up for air. Make sure you get dagger threes. You keep them on their necks, and you play the defense good. Adjustments tonight, Mike Brown made a great adjustment by giving Luka different looks on defense. And I think that's what really changed the whole momentum in the game. I know this is going to be a very underwhelming stat tonight, but Mikal Bridges, if you look at the box score, did not have it tonight, but he really broke up the zone defense by going in, driving in a lane, going for dunks, and locking up Luka thanks to OG, Mikal, and Josh Hart for literally, it was a team effort all around, CP.
Great effort. Great team effort. Absolutely, man. Locked in, 6 in a row. Defense scrapped. That's all you could ask for, man, against the Lakers, man.
That's
Get
all you
these
can
guys
ask
out of here.
for. You know, I think this was a game that you had to win tonight. You know, just to convince the NBA, like, yo, we're back. We had a slump. We're back. And we're back like we never left. So how I feel about this week, man? We got a few tough games coming up. The Detroit one, you know the Knicks have got that game scheduled on their calendar.
Yeah.
You know they want payback after what happened to them in Detroit where they got embarrassed. Denver Nuggets back to back. I think the Knicks can pull off the back-to-back streak. You know, you don't want to lose this week, especially you got a huge momentum now. You know, heading into the All-Star break.
Yeah.
And especially you gotta make ground, CP. You gotta get ground.
Hopefully,
This is a
hopefully,
parody.
man.
This is a
all roads leading back to Detroit, man. So they gotta get revenge, man. Appreciate the call, guy Yuri on the Discord. Shout out to JFK to God, $40 super chat says good win tonight, especially with 380 mil combining for 23 points. KAT needs his all-star break. He will be back. Jalen needs more 10 assist games. Well, listen, man. You know you get assists when guys convert. As we said, Knicks made 30 assists on 42, 30 assists and 42 made field goals. So efficient night for them there. And then KAT, he did make it as a reserve, so he will be heading out to LA. But yeah, man, good overall win. Shout out to JFK to God for the super chat. Shout out to William Burton, man. He just copped his 100 KFTV shirt in gold. Shout out to William Burton, man. Get your 100 KFTV shirts at KnicksFanTV.com and other merch as well, man. Get your hoodies. It's cold as hell out here. Get your beanies. You know what I mean? Blue and black. Shout out to my guy, Christopher Abbott, for supporting us as well, man. Was at the Garden in his black joint. Okay, keeping it moving. Let's go rapid fire. Zach, go ahead and reach your mic.
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Good to hear from you, man.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Well, it was a good win tonight, obviously. Held down the defense, which was, welcome sight. We keep doing that, 6 in a row, under 100%, under 100 net rating, Keeping that going is a big deal for us in the end. So, obviously, we're in a bit of a predicament with regards to what we're going to do with the trade deadline. I don't think there should be any top-end moves, but we could shore up the back end of the rotation with, something that could be like Justin Champagne or something like that.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that, man. I wouldn't mind that. He's a scrapper, not the shooter that his brother is. But you know what? I wouldn't mind that, man. Another scrapper wing. It's gonna be hard to predict what they can get from the Yabusele deal. But hey, whatever they can get will be an upgrade, I think. So I wouldn't mind that one if they can get him.
Yeah, I know they already reached out to the Spurs and they said no because they're not willing to take that second year on the player option. So,
yeah,
the Knicks don't really have a lot of things to play with. Obviously, Mikal came available today, so they can play with that. But do they really want to dangle him? Obviously, he came up big in playoffs last year. They have Deuce. It's what do they want to do, right? To shore up the back end of the rotation. That's the predicament.
There it is, man. Appreciate the call, man. Zach out in LA. Appreciate you, man. We'll chop it up on Tuesday, man.
Yes, indeed. You guys have a wonderful evening, and let's go Knicks.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Keeping it rapid fire. Carlo in the Philippines. Carlo, how you feel? Let's go.
Yes.
Kumusta kayo mga tropa? Great win. Just a quick take on this game. Shamet is the role player of the game. I'm not biased, but Shamet over Clarkson for me right now. Shamet deserves the minutes. But I like to mention my boy Tyler Kolek. He impacts the game, especially during the fast breaks. The fadeaway shot over Luka and the bullet pass to a Josh Hart corner 3 are worth mentioning. No big splash trades for me, except for Yabu and Daddy. I like the chemistry. They are doing good. We're on a winning streak. Now, imagine if they gutted the core group for Giannis. Just picture this. We traded KAT, Deuce, Bridges, OG, and then come playoff time, Giannis tears his Achilles. Knicks fans are going to do their pants when that happens, and I'm going to lose my mind for sure. So no trades.
Yeah.
I don't know much about trading rules, but my question is, if they fail to trade Yabu and Daddy, can we just waive them and make way for someone who might be helpful? And I'm looking at Dink Pate maybe as an example that you can put on the roster. I know CPU collect cards, but I just got an autograph rookie card of Dink Pate. So
nice.
That's my question.
Well,
what do you think?
the reports are is that Dink is looking to go to college, man. Yeah. So clearly the Knicks don't have much plans for him, and neither does much of the NBA. So it looks like he's going to go to college and follow James Najee. So we'll have to see, but it doesn't look like he's got a future with the Knicks, at least as it relates to right now. All right, did we lose it?
I think we did.
All right. Appreciate you, Carlo. All right, Knicksfix, go ahead and close this out rapid fire. Let's go.
CP, Alex, what up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How you doing?
All right, what's going on, CK? Yeah, man, just rapid fire. Good game tonight. I think the first half, I'm kind of concerned with how the team comes out in the first half. It's still not as tight as we should be on the defensive end. But, you know, we kind of come out these games early. We hit back-to-back threes to open up the game. I don't know if you guys noticed, Ian Begley tweeted it actually like an hour ago. He said that the Knicks pretty much credited their change in the defensive switch to their assistant head coach. Not one of the assistant coaches, sorry, like a dude on the bench. Darren something is his name. Basically, he told the team to funnel the opposing wings to the baseline. What they were doing was pretty much letting them, like, forcing opposing teams middle, which is unheard of. So that's one of the tricks that they tried to keep. But CP, I know you talked about it earlier. I'm noticing obviously that they're keeping KAT like on the bench to close these games, which is kind of telling. It's kind of like you're saying, all right, we gotta close with defense. KAT has become, you know, he's got to pick up the scoring. I mean, in order to be, he's got to get his shooting touch back. I know we're kind of using him as a hub, but I'd like to see him like get some more threes up. And then finally, it's funny, man. Like we paid Clarkson and Yabu to be the guys off the bench, and now we got Kolek and Shamet, right? So I mean, what we do at the deadline, I don't see, like everybody else is noticing it, right? We're not going to trade Giannis. I don't see that trade happening right now. I see it probably bleeding into the summer. But if we can make some moves on the margin, I feel like you should probably keep Kolek. If you want to move for like, you know, like a smaller time deal, keep Kolek and then probably try to get like a Misi. Let's see if we can get the Denver to Detroit game. I'll be there at the watch party, fellas. So let's see, man. Big week coming up. Stay up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Knicksfix on the Discord. Definitely appreciate you, man. We'll chop it up. Shout out to the Knicksfix, man. Absolutely. All right, man. All right, great show, fellas. Absolutely great show. My guy Isaiah said, which jersey am I rocking? You know, you see it, man. I'm rocking KAT. I didn't even know they were rocking these tonight, but I've been a big fan. The lady got me this for Christmas. It's absolutely sensational in person. Authentic, you know what I'm saying? Got the NYC joint. On the other side, I got the camera's a little inverted, Alex. Like that. But yeah, man, rocking the cap joint. Yeah, these are hard, man. I really like these jerseys. I kind of hope they keep them. I don't think they will, but I kind of hope they keep them. But yeah, man, good night at the Garden, man. Shout out to everybody I ran into. The kid Mero, shout out to Mero. Mornings with Mero, Hot 97. Make sure you guys check in with that. Shout out to Mero. Everybody else, man. My guy Morelli, Justin Morelli. Everybody at the Garden that always shows KFTV love, man. Shout out to my guy Chris Shamis, who's repping his KFTV hoodie. My guy Christopher Abbott, all the guys, man. Salute to everybody. Good win, 6 in a row. And we got to keep it rocking, man. Same time, same place. Knicks taking on the Wizards on Tuesday. We'll be back for Knicks Weekly later on Monday, recapping the week for those that missed it. But yeah, other than that, Alex, CK, any last words?
I'm just excited for this week. We got a lot of tests coming up. We're going in hot, 6-game win streak. You know, we get a little bit of a, we ease into it with Washington. I'm just excited for the week, and I really expect the Knicks to keep this train rolling against some big hitters. So I'm excited. That's it.
Keep the winning streak going. That's all I gotta say.
There it is, man. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys later in just a couple hours, man. So shout out to the replay gang. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. Good win, and we'll keep it rolling. Shout out to everybody who donated as well, the super chats. All right?